BGN 1340. Go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock at 3:03 on a glorious Friday afternoon, live today at the Casual Pint, Lenoir City. Bob Baskerville here with me, Baron Walker back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios of Fan Run Radio this afternoon. And, you know, Bob, we were just talking right before we came on, and I had to run to the restroom before we get going here, but you can tell a lot about an establishment by the cleanliness or lack thereof of their restrooms, and the Casual Pint, Lenoir City, A++.
Absolutely, and I agree. That'll drive me away from some places because got to hit the restroom more than likely. Yeah, I saw the same thing. This place is great. We were out here not that long ago, and now I think the last time we were here, there was the threat of bad weather moving in, but no such thing today. It is gorgeous outside. Nice day to be out and about.
Yeah, I think it was like 20 degrees outside, and the flurries. We were here for their grand opening, which was a rousing success. It was a lot of fun, but it was a little bit chilly out. Not the case today. So come one, come all, and see us this afternoon. We're on Highway 321 in Lenoir City, right across from Gold's Gym. Beautiful day. Come on in here. We're going to be watching Tennessee baseball here in just a few minutes as the baseball Vols get set to take on UCLA, the one-time #1 team in college baseball. So big opportunity.
Absolutely. And I was already getting fired up. I was able to lock in and see some of that opening game today.
And you were slow. And you can watch it on YouTube?
Well, that game was on YouTube, on like free. It was on the YouTube feed on the Flow Sports channel. So hopefully that'll roll.
Probably a lot of people who've already shelled out their month's worth to buy it, and that would almost be a shame if it's cool if it's on YouTube and we can watch for free, but for the people like our friends here at the Casual Pint, Lenoir City, who they've got it on TV just for us. We're going to be watching. You come out and enjoy a cold beverage, watch it with us. I guess I would be mad.
Yeah, I mean, if for any of you listening out there, if you haven't pulled the trigger yet, I would definitely check that YouTube Flow Sports channel first. I don't know. We'll see if that's the case for our game, but it was happening that way earlier. Free and looked beautiful. So
that is the deal this afternoon. We are ready for Tennessee baseball. We are ready for a huge Tennessee basketball game tomorrow against Alabama at Thompson Bowling Assembly Center and Arena. Volunteer your reaction as soon as it's over. Little Saturday night VR for you here on Fan Run Radio. I guess the Lady Vols covered last night, so I'll take the I told you so on that one.
Yeah, they covered. It was an adventure to cover.
Hey, man, that's progress.
Yeah. I watched a good portion of the game. The first half, they were right there.
Yeah.
Down 1 point at halftime.
And then Kim read her team they kicked it up a notch coming out.
Well, Kim was clearly not happy. I don't think she was happy with the style of play, period. For any of you
I saw that.
Heard her talking to Holly Rowe going into halftime. But Kim did not disappoint with the apparel, the wardrobe game.
What was that?
She went full on Siegfried and Roy for that game. That was quite a look. Tiger stripe pants.
Siegfried and Roy. Well, maybe, they are the Tigers. Maybe that was.
Yeah, no, that's definitely because she had a big tiger on the front of her sweater. And then the feathers on the shoulders. It's a lot, man. I'd love to know what time they started getting her ready for the game at about noon, maybe.
That's what I was saying yesterday. I
Yeah.
feel like it's probably a Hollywood production. She's got a hair person and a personal appearance is not show fodder. What are you guys doing to start the show like this? We shouldn't be doing this.
I know. You know.
Oh, man. It's rough. But
Well, and we're getting feedback on the live chat about our camera shot because we look like we're in witness protection or something. But we also need to see the game, man. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
We got to figure that out. We'll check it out in the break.
it's just really dark.
Yeah. It'd be better is maybe if Bear and Walker back there could digitize our voices.
Yeah.
Kind of like those people who are, talking
Well,
about crimes and wanting anonymity.
We need a lighting crew. I mean, this stuff was so much easier, Bob. I'm telling you, when I was coming up and it was just a radio show.
I know.
There was no streaming. There was no podcast. There certainly wasn't any YouTube. You just got on the radio, and usually the guy hadn't shaved in a couple of days, bags under his eyes. It was a face made for radio. Like, radio was for ugly guys, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, no, you got to be on TV. You got to put on some makeup. Here's a lighting crew. You're not bright enough on the YouTube. It's like, wait, why do you need to see us?
My side of the industry got involved.
It's all your fault.
And we've infected what was nice and easy radio at the time. But we'll try to address that. John Glass just echoed what I said, Bob and Russ in the witness protection program. It is looking like that a little bit.
Mm.
You can see that I have a big head. That's not changed. That's good.
We both got big noggins. Maybe that's part of the problem. Blocking out the sunlight.
Yes.
This afternoon, Tennessee's won 7 of 10 against Alabama in this series. 5 in a row after the Tide took 3 in a row a couple of years ago. I remember there was a time when it was like, man, I don't know. Does this Nate Oates guy have Rick Barnes' number? It's new school versus the old school, and it looks like the game's passed Rick by. Yeah, Rick Barnes, as he is wont to do, flipping the script and changing the narrative on people.
So that spreads up to Tennessee minus 5.5.
Wow.
I don't love that. I'm telling you. I was on Basilio earlier today, and I was talking about it. I think we can win. I'm confident of. But I just think Alabama, look, we talked about it yesterday. They've won 7 in a row. In those 7 wins, they are averaging 98 points a game. They usually average about 93. They're the top scoring team in the country.
Have they played any defensive-oriented teams like we are?
No, the closest one is Florida, and Florida was, that was their last loss. Florida just wiped them out in Gainesville. But
well, I mean, I share your concern. I was thinking about it on the drive out here. It's like they've won a bunch in a row, but I think both teams probably come out with a little something to prove.
Yep.
We should be angry after a loss Tuesday night. We should be motivated playing in front of our home fans tomorrow night. Wonder if we break out the creams for the big game at home. We should have an edge about us, I would say, but Alabama will too, man. When you lose 5 in a row to a hated rival, you generally want to change that. You're going to come with all the noise to try and get your thing going again.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I think there are some definite variables here. One is the status of LeBaron Philon, because there is, he didn't play on Tuesday night.
What's his deal?
Wednesday night. I don't know. By all accounts, they say he looked like he wasn't gimpy or anything on the sideline, so we're not sure. But I think he's listed so far as questionable for tomorrow night too. But that could be some gamesmanship going on by Nate Oates.
We got guys that are banged up too.
Yeah, not your leading scorer though. I mean, that's a big one if he's not playing. And I mean, we got the break in the first one in Tuscaloosa. They didn't have Aiden Holloway or Amari Allen either.
They won't have Betty Yako tomorrow.
Well, we don't know.
Is he going to parachute in?
Yeah, if he can make it in from Puerto Rico, where he was playing in a FIBA game last night, even though he is still such a student and wanting to experience
took some time off from pursuing his education to go to Puerto Rico and play basketball, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. God, we are getting hammered about our. I love you guys on YouTube for watching, but just give us a listen.
Yeah, just listen. You don't need to see us.
Russ is about to tell us he works at Area 51. That's from T-Carp.
Who was that guy? Bob Lazar?
Yeah. J Cart says, "Who are these shadows talking to me?"
The work gets done in the shadows when nobody's watching.
Yeah. But we got to be able to see the baseball game. That's coming up here in an hour, too. What a weekend, man. That's what I was saying. Got that. Got basketball. I don't know. This Alabama one, though, I'm a little concerned. Because,
Me too.
Because you don't think this just in. Nate Oates has a little bit of he's got a little bit of an ego, a little bit of swagger.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to say it's their Super Bowl, but it's a playoff game, man. They're coming in here for blood.
Yeah.
They're coming in here for blood.
And
no doubt about it.
Just a friendly reminder against Mississippi State. Now, I think we're defensively a better team than Mississippi State, but Alabama played them on Tuesday or Wednesday night. I've got them mixed up now, but they played just the other night. And Alabama shot the ball 71 times. 50 of those were three-pointers. They made 22 of them. As a matter of fact,
they made 22 threes.
Yeah, 22 threes. In this 7-game winning streak, they've made 100 three-point shots. That they've made that many, not attempted. They've made that many. So that's a good 12 to 13 made threes per game.
Yeah.
When our high, I think, has been 9 or 10.
Well, I mean, our thing against them has been we run them off the three-point line, we extend the defense, and we give up some drives and some screen, rim runs and stuff like that. Okpara is going to be huge. And I'll tell you who the X factor might be is JP Estrella, because you'll remember, like, the last game, that was his first career start.
Yeah.
And he made a couple of huge plays, rebounds. He had a blocked corner three at one point in that sequence. Like, we don't win that game without him.
Yeah.
So I know it was not a pretty game for him against Missouri. I'm going to give him a little grace. He's coming back from injury, probably on a little bit of a pitch count, only played 6 minutes. I don't know if it's reasonable to expect him to play 20 tomorrow night, but would like to see him more than 6, maybe 10, 15 really good, hard JP Estrella minutes and provide some physicality in there.
You know who I'm going to say is the key to this game? Walker, let me know if you feel me on this one, because you called it last week. Jalen Carey. I'm not saying Jalen Carey is going to knock down 20 points, but he's got to get some buckets, because that's the mismatch we have on this team. They're terrible on the interior because of the way they play. So if we have shots at the rim, you talk about JP, talk about Felix. I think you got to include Carey in that conversation. And I know he didn't score a single point against Missouri, but I think he's going to still be getting playing time. We heard it from Polinsky yesterday. They were happy with the activity he creates on the boards, so yeah. And he does draw other bodies on him. So I think we got to if we could get 6 or 8 points from Carey, that's a big development.
We're live this afternoon at the Casual Pint, Lenoir City, Highway 321, right across from Gold's Gym. Come on out and watch some Tennessee baseball with us this afternoon. The Vols getting set to take on UCLA here at the top of the hour in Dallas, and we're going to be watching it. You can come out and enjoy it with us. When we continue, I'm going to get my guy Derek from the Casual Pint in here with us. We get his thoughts on Tennessee and UCLA coming up, as well as the big one with Alabama tomorrow night in Thompson-Boling Assembly Center and Arena. Coming up in hour number 2, our man Lucas Panzika, proud graduate of the Fan Run Academy of Broadcasting, now doing big things with 104.5 The Zone in Nashville and Titans Radio. He was at the Combine this week. I don't know if you saw this, Bob, but they had the show he does with Buck Rising. They're live at the Combine. They have Robert Saleh on with them. Lucas, have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Panzika pulls out a bald, like one of those rubber thing you put over it to make himself look bald.
Okay.
Sitting there and Saleh puts his arm around him and starts mugging for the cameras.
Love it.
It was a great piece of radio.
Love it.
Now, if you're Lucas Panzika, and you're like a handsome guy with like the foreign flair, whatever he's got going on, you want to be on YouTube. You want the people to see you.
Yeah.
You want your makeup, your hair look, and everything. If you're Russell Smith and Bob Baskerville, you stay in the shadows.
Well, we're doing that today. Mission accomplished. That's basically all the comments on the live chat right now. We sprinkled in with a little bit of sports, but it's mostly about didn't realize we had so many fans that just love seeing us, Russ.
Yes. Well, we'll try. We'll see what happens. If the sun goes down, maybe that'll brighten things up in here for you. We got to take a quick time out. You're listening to The Drive live this afternoon. The Casual Pint, Lenoir City, Highway 321. We're across from the AutoZone over there, and a Goodwill, and of course, Gold's Gym. We're here till 6, getting ready for Tennessee baseball. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Check out Lenoir City's newest place to hang out, watch sports, and drink the best craft beers in America. The Casual Pint, Lenoir City, is now open on Highway 321. They've got over 30 beers on tap, with everything from lagers and pilsners to sours and IPAs, as well as stouts, porters, and brown ales. You can also create your own six-pack from their singles cooler or pick up some packaged beer and a growler fill to go. And be sure to bring your appetite, because they have a great menu featuring appetizers, brats, burgers, flatbreads, and wings. It's the Casual Pint, Lenoir City, now open on Highway 321 across from Gold's Gym in Lenoir City. Swing by and check them out, and don't forget to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012. And our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
All right, we're back here on The Drive, Fan Run Radio, coming to you live this afternoon from the Casual Pint, Lenoir City. Stop the presses, ladies and gentlemen. Walker, can you take us to the Fan Run breaking news desk this afternoon? We have important breaking news to bring to the people.
Just one.
I caught him off guard on that one. Take your time. No rush.
Oh, yeah.
Moseying over to the Fan Run breaking news desk this afternoon. Hey! Well, Bob, it's a final now. Blank newspaper has released their list of Knoxville finest. I think they do. You've seen these things where it's like the best movie theater, the best Italian restaurant, the best whatever. Well, they've released their list of, they call it Knoxville's finest, best sports radio show, The Drive.
Woo!
Hey.
Congrats.
I've always said blank newspaper. I've always said, for as long as I've known of their existence, about 2 minutes ago, I've always said they are the foremost authority for what is good in the Knoxville media market.
Just watch the national attention trickle in now.
Yes.
Does a good job with blank, Russell.
Who?
I can't remember his last name, Rusty.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. He does a really good. Blank's been around for, this is a very prestigious award. I would like to thank everybody.
Okay, you done over there, Sally Field?
Yeah, the band is playing you off the stage right now, Bear.
No, I agree, Bear. It's kind of Blank is kind of one of those if you know publications, and they do have a following. So I think it's awesome, man. That's we appreciate that.
Now, we did tie with something called Josh and Swain, whatever that is.
No.
Never heard of them.
They're both jerks. No.
Actually, I don't know if we tied because everything that's listed here is there's two of them. So I guess this is participation culture or participation trophy culture right here. They got 2 awards. I mean, come on, knock off those Josh and Swain yokels, whoever they are, and just give the Drive our flowers. Literally never won anything.
They gave our guy Benny Smith the best radio personality.
Hey, what?
Yeah, that's what it says. Him and Red Hickey over at WDVX.
Who the hell is Red Hickey?
Oh, another one. If you know, you know.
That's a horrible name to have.
I don't know, but
Derek, have you ever heard of Red Hickey?
Can't say I have.
I mean, I celebrate his entire catalog.
I was looking under. They have a DJ category, and I think you know who I was looking for. I didn't see it.
Oh, God, here we go again, Bob.
The DJs are DJ Crowley and DJ Blue and DJ Stan DeMann.
Where
Sterl.
Free Sterl is what I would say. Free Sterl. That's
Bob is a huge Sterl the Pearl fan.
Picking up a little sarcasm.
Bob's old, and when you got young guys blasting music and yelling at him, he just kind of, the Clint Eastwood on his porch gif.
Yeah,
that's Bob. Whenever Sterl takes to the mic.
I told you I'm a season ticket basketball holder. It just gets a little loud.
It does get loud.
And I mean, sure. I'm great with a loud fan base cheering. I just don't like screaming over a microphone.
Don't get him started.
Get up for those T-shirts.
Don't get him started.
You know.
Derek McNeely is here. He's one of the owners of the Casual Pint in Lenore City. Derek, thanks for having us out, my man. Always love coming out here. Only been here twice, but never had a bad time.
Well, 2 for 2 is good odds. I like that. So
yes, sir.
We'll keep doing that. I would like to make note that you received this award while you were at the Casual Pint.
Yes.
So there might be something to that.
Yeah. Well, I think that correlates into free beer and food for weeks here.
We can make that work for tonight.
Weeks. We'll walk that back
a little
back.
Yeah. And pay full price.
That's
but
right.
We'll take care of you tonight.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can work with that. Derek, how's the bar business treating you guys out here?
Bar business is going very well. Very fortunate so far. Lenore City has come out and supported us in a big way. And we're hoping to just continue to get better and keep everybody coming back. Keep the beer board fresh. Try some new things on the menu. Different limited time offers, and we're throwing out a lasagna special on Wednesday nights.
Lasagna?
As well. Yeah. Shout out. This is a shameless plug to my cousin down in Sweetwater. She's got a bakery. It's called Grain Bin Commodities.
Okay.
And that is who we're getting our lasagna from.
What's the pairing? Because I love lasagna, but what would the pairing be for that out of your beer menu?
PB&J mixtape.
Well, PB&J pairs well with everything, according to everybody. I'm more of a light beer guy, just in general.
Yeah.
So I would say anything in yellow up there. Do Black Horse Summit, a Vol Lager, that pairs well with everything as well.
Nice.
I've still got to try the theology. I made it out of here last time without trying that. That is a mix of the chocolate Jesus. We had a caller once upon a time, Bear, who was a proponent of the purple Jesus.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the purple Jesus?
What is that?
This was like
clear and grape juice.
It was like a redneck concoction. This lady, Lisa, she was drunk on the purple Jesus.
Okay.
And she would pour, they would just like, everybody had whatever you had. You got a bottle of gin, you got half a bottle of whiskey, whatever. They would just pour it in like a cooler.
Sounds dangerous.
And mix it up and drink it. And
it's like Hunch Punch back in my college days.
Very kind of prisony kind of vibe going on, I would imagine. I never sampled it, but I heard about it. Chocolate Jesus sounds safer.
Yeah, definitely a lot safer. There's not hard liquor in that.
But you can mix it with the white chocolate Buddha.
Correct.
And that equals theology.
Yep.
I want to try some of that.
We'll get you one. I might try one with you because I haven't had it either.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen? We both end up getting thrown out of here.
You're safe here.
Yeah, it is a safe place.
Yep.
Talking with Derek McNeely, one of the owners here at the Casual Pint, Lenoir City. Derek, you're a big Vols fan. We've been talking about this game with Alabama tomorrow. We've beaten the Tide 5 games in a row. They'd beaten us 3 times in a row. Before that, we thought that Nate Oates kind of had Rick Barnes' number. Now it feels like Rick Barnes kind of has Nate Oates' number, which I think Bob and I are in agreement. That kind of scares me going into the game because Bama's going to come in, and they're a good team. They've won 8 in a row, and they've got this one circled because they haven't beaten us in a while. It's going to be a huge atmosphere tomorrow night at Thompson Bowling.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be electric. I think they're going to be looking for payback after going down there and beating their G League player and the rest of the squad. But then also last year when they came to Knoxville, we had Meshack hitting that game winner.
The Meshack miracle.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's still got a sour taste in their mouth, but I love every second of it. I think we'll come out firing. Hopefully we're making a few more shots than we did against Missouri and can take care of the ball. I think we can get out of there with a dub.
Got to have it tomorrow. We feeling good about basketball? You and I were talking before the show. It's just been so up and down. I don't know what to like. On one hand, I thought, well, maybe this team can get hot. Maybe Nate Ament really is that guy. And then you watch him play against Missouri, and you're like, man, I don't know if these guys can get out of the first weekend of the tournament.
Yeah, that's a lot of my buddies have talked about that as well. Obviously not as talented as the last few years, getting to the Elite Eight, losing to Houston and Purdue. But, I think it's all about finding the stride at the right time. And Nate Ament and Gillespie could take us a long way if they play up to their ability. And I think it's just getting hot at the right time. Hopefully we can string together couple wins here at the end of the year and then win 1 or 2 in the SEC tournament and get to a 4 seed.
What's your level of trust? We were talking about this before you joined us. What's your level of trust with Jalen Carey at this point?
Well, I caught the very end of that last segment. I think, obviously needs to put up a little more points offensively, but he's killing it on the boards. I mean, he had 10 rebounds against Missouri. But, it's been an issue with not just him, but making bunnies. We can't seem to make 2-3 foot shots most of the time. So if he can score 6 or 8, I think that'd go a long way and get close to 6-7 boards. We'll be all right. Didn't mean to say 6-7 there.
Yeah. Well, you're just hip like that. Derek, what about baseball? We got the game coming up here in about half an hour. Tennessee taking on number 1 ranked UCLA. You're a big baseball guy. We're big baseball guys. Looks like the lineup is out here. Chris Newstrom getting his first start at second base today. Lawless behind the plate. Myatt back in left. Blaine Brown DHing. He's going to hit 5th. So it'll be Abernathy, Ford, Clark, Chapman, Blaine Brown, Tyler Myatt, Stone Lawless, Manny Marin, and Chris Newstrom in the field. Big opportunity for Elander and the boys to hang a pretty awesome scalp up on their post early in the season.
Yeah, last weekend was definitely frustrating. Not scoring with runners in scoring position, just completely just lost on offense, it looked like. But hopefully we can bounce back here tonight. Anytime you got Coons on the mound, and his ability to throw 10, 12, 13 strikeouts will keep us in the game. Hopefully we can just string together some hits when we need it.
Yeah, I think that maybe a pitcher's duel. I mean, I feel like that's probably good for us. I don't know if we're built for a mash fest with these guys this early in the season, but get the game in the last 3 innings, close, 1 run either way or tied, and I kind of like our chances, man.
So you're a passionate fan.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, so we've been trying to walk this back from last weekend when the boys lost the series to Kent State.
Right.
What was your panic level after that? Given how early
I'm
it
not
was?
like typical Vol fans and lose their mind after one series.
We don't
loss
know
in the first
anybody
of the
like
year.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, the baseball team.
Yeah.
Tony's gone.
Oh,
and
no,
then
we suck again.
We're terrible. We're back to the Delmonico days. And I don't see that.
Well, it's a long season, right? I mean,
Right.
that's, and there is, like it or not, with Elander coming in, I mean, it's change, right? So,
Right. Take
and,
some time.
and a reconstructed roster by and large. So,
It's super early. If we do that on a consistent basis, then I'll be a little concerned. But
yeah,
panic level is about a 1.5 right now.
Yeah.
I have been known to overreact a time or two. That's fair. Now, if things don't go well, you guys might want to throw me out, like for real. And it has nothing to do with alcohol consumption. So we'll see how things go this afternoon. First pitch in 25 minutes. You can come on down and watch some baseball with us. We're at the Casual Pint, Lenore C. Already got some Vol fans, a lot of orange in here already. So this is going to be a good place to watch the game. And both games, tonight and tomorrow.
Yes,
I asked you. I threw our poll question at you first before we came on the air. You are our test demo today. Which game do you want to win more this weekend? Baseball today against UCLA or basketball against Alabama?
Yes, I shared my answer with you, and I think you have to go basketball, just time of year and how important the game is tomorrow to increase our chances of moving up to that 4 seed. Super early in baseball against the number 1 team, neutral field. It'd be cool to win. Definitely going to be cheering loud here. We'll have to get some Rocky Top going here in a minute. But, like last weekend, it's still super early, and we got a ton of games to play.
Bob?
What about it?
Already not paying attention to the show, I see.
I multitask, man. That's all. I'm.
Which game would you rather?
No.
This is becoming a recurring thing. We're going to have a talk. It's going to. Which game would you rather win? Baseball.
Basketball. Without a doubt. I saw the poll too, and I voted accordingly. Yeah, the basketball, and it's not just because I like basketball more than baseball. It's that game has more weight right now than the baseball game does by a long shot.
I voted baseball. Just because I feel like we need it. I feel like the fan base needs it. I feel like there's a lot of people, like Derek said, I don't know, Tony left. Do we still have our swagger? But check with me again tomorrow night at 6. I might change my opinion.
Yeah.
We need them both.
Well, yeah, of course. Right. I mean, let make it for one heck of a weekend. And then if the Lady Vols could somehow knock off Vandy on Sunday, then it's a clean sweep. But let's at least get 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I'll take 2 out of 3 all day.
Derek, anything else we need to know? What's the best combo, food, beverage combo for a fan to come and enjoy either the baseball with us today or basketball against Alabama tomorrow night here at the Casual Pint?
Man, I would go with the American brat. So it's a bratwurst with beer, cheese, and bacon on it. A little mini heart attack, but it's delicious. Get some tater tots and pair that up with a beer of your choice. If you're more a dark beer guy, there's an Iron Forge Dunkel we'll have on tap. Then you got the Chocolate Jesus or the White Chocolate Buddha, but from Hexagon Brewery. Either one of those is good, or we have a large selection of IPAs if that's more your style.
Yeah, it's about IPA season, man. The world.
That's right.
I was telling your dad, for some reason, it's just IPAs are. Everybody knows it's an acquired taste.
Right.
I acquired it, but only on a hot summer's day. I'm sitting outside on the porch. Good IPA hits the spot.
It does. It's hard to beat.
And we don't have Bear here, but the guys on the show know that I'm a known brat aficionado alone.
Okay, we'll have to get you to try
brat.
one here.
Yeah, those are that sounded great.
Big brat guy.
Definitely, and somebody in the live chat said Elvis would love this menu. And
we don't have to share that.
Well, yeah, that's true.
We had a long conversation earlier
Elvis.
this week about what killed Elvis, and it got.
It's probably not great for your cholesterol or anything like that.
No, it was not.
Neither are a lot of fun things you do.
Nah, I'm working out tomorrow morning. I can rationalize all day long for that.
Derek, thanks for having us. We love this place, the Casual Pint. Congrats on all your success. A beautiful craft bar, bistro, as we call it. Come on out, check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Fan Run Radio, Highway 321 in Lenoir City, right across from Gold's Gym. We got to take a quick time out. When we continue, we'll get some more interaction on today's poll question and continue to get ready for Tennessee baseball coming up here at the top of the hour against UCLA. Stay tuned. It's more Fan Run Radio back after the break.
The Drive.
Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends should. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from Citizens National Bank, offering extra benefits including bank travel. This September, experience the perfect fall getaway on the New England Rails and Sails Tour, or join CNB in October to chase the Northern Lights in Iceland. Get in on the fun by calling 865-429-7935.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
We got a lot of nice girls.
Here at the Casual Pint in Lenore City, Bear and Walker back in studio here this afternoon. Bob, you saw this on Twitter during the break. Miami of Ohio, of course, having an historic season. They're 28-0. Just announced today they have approved funding for a new multi-purpose on-campus basketball arena that is expected to cost $281 million. Wow. Miami's getting in the basketball business.
Well, and I think maybe that's some of the ancillary stuff they're trying to show is commitment to their coach, Travis Steele, who is becoming a hot commodity for open jobs coming up. Because he coached at Xavier, so had a pretty big job and got fired there. And it's like he's totally learned from that. And he's obviously doing a fantastic job at Miami. Yeah, it sounds like they're wanting to be serious about basketball.
Poll question in the field this afternoon. Which game do you want to win more? Baseball today against UCLA or basketball tomorrow? Basketball taking 68% of the votes right now. 32% is baseball. I mean, again, like, would this poll have even been a thing 10 years ago?
No,
absolutely not. Yeah,
now, somebody on the live chat, it was Kyle Beach, GBO Kyle Beach 865. He says, we're talking about Alabama and UCLA. Of course, we want to beat Alabama every time we play them, no matter what. It's a fair point.
I'm just telling a win today makes me feel so much better about baseball, regardless of what even happens these next 2 days.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of wait and see with Josh Elander. Look, we all want him to be successful. This is the guy we wanted to have the job. We are pulling for him. But, you know, you need those early wins to kind of get things going. I always go back to Bruce Pearl's first year, that win at Texas against Rick Barnes. It accelerated the growth of the program. It made everybody buy in 110%, say, yeah, this is the guy. I think Elander needs that moment. If it doesn't happen today, it doesn't mean we run him out of town, he's fired,
Sure.
He's not going to make it or anything like that. But, man, I feel like it would be a shot in the arm. And we know we've got talent in this lineup, talent on this pitching staff. I do wonder about their confidence. Not that it's shot or anything like that, but that to me was so much a part of the genius of Tony Vitello, was that confidence, that swagger. It just rubbed off on everybody, his players first and foremost, but also the fans and everything. It was absolutely contagious. And I think that Josh needs to show that, hey, he's got some of that by himself. It didn't all leave with Tony and Frank.
Yeah, I don't disagree. How do you feel if they let's pivot to, say they happen to lose to UCLA today, but then they win their next two before they leave Dallas? How do you feel about it then?
I'll feel fine.
Yeah,
I'll feel fine. I'll feel comfortable. I mean, we've talked about it all week. Like, I think you might just go ahead and take that bargain now to get out with 2 of 3.
Yeah,
but it'll just be kicking the can down the road as far as, okay, no offense to Walker, but I don't think beating Arizona State or Virginia Tech is a quote-unquote signature win that galvanizes the fan base and fills us with confidence. You'll be waiting for your next opportunity. By the way, have you seen who's coming in town next week?
Is it Wright State?
Wright State.
Yep. Yeah, they've been known to play some ball.
Yeah. Been a thorn in our side through the years. So we'll be right back at it with another big series next weekend. Let's go back to the studio and take the pulse of Bear and Walker. Guys, we'll start with you, Bear. Which game do you want to win more this weekend? Tonight against UCLA or tomorrow against Alabama?
Tomorrow against Bama. I mean, we're getting down to crunch time in basketball, and we're trying to get as good a seed as we can get and as good a draw as we can get, and especially coming off that performance the other night where we really should have beat the tar out of those guys out of Missouri. I just think it's more important. It's a tough one, though. I see all your points about, it'd be good for Elander.
Yeah, Walker?
It'd be good for Elander to win this game, but, it's basketball all the way in my mind. By the time we get to baseball conference play, we're not going to be thinking too much about what happens this weekend, I feel like, because when it comes to baseball, when you really make your money is in conference play. It'd be nice to get these wins this weekend, like go 2 or 3, however that is, but like this basketball game could make or break our SEC tournament seeding, could drop us down to could continue to drop us down seed lines if we want to go up. This game matters so much more than this game at UCLA or against UCLA.
Well, I am an army of one. Again, it would appear. I've got 30% of the audience, according to our super scientific Twitter poll, standing with me on team baseball. But it's a big weekend. Big weekend for all things orange, no doubt. Somebody in the text box, MJ, says, Bear is rubbing off on Bob, not paying attention. Bob, are we going to have to go sit with the principal and have a little talk about your behavior?
I think you got it all wrong. I mean, that's insinuating that I'm playing Candy Crush or doing something while the show.
Whoa, big boy.
Whoa. I'm actually interacting on the live chat. I'm multitasking. That's all. No offense.
Again, I think Bear is, to the texter's point, to MJ's point, it sounds like a lot of excuses. That sounds like island of accountability stuff, if I do say so myself.
You ever thought maybe the show's rubbing off on me?
It's a great point, Bob.
It is.
Russ is guilty of it as well.
Really good point. Guilty of what?
Not paying attention at times.
I don't think so. Nothing gets under my radar. I'm like Hellebuck. Nothing gets past me, man. Was that it? Chuck?
Chuck. No, it's Hellebuck.
No, Hellebuck.
I was right the first time. Nothing gets by this steel trap of a mind. Open up the phone lines, by the way. 865-966-3435, your phone number if you want to call or text the show today. 865-966-3435, your number to get on board. YouTube chat, pretty much lockstep with you guys behind basketball.
I'm just looking. There's been a couple that have sided with basketball. I think somebody was, let me rewind here. I'm scrolling back because somebody had a baseball comment. Yeah. It was Kyle Beach, who also said basketball is more important, but he said, I do want to see some baseballs getting hit today. It's time for the offense to step up. I am wholeheartedly there. If they lose today, but they score, 8 or 9 runs, I'd rather be picking on the pitching because the pitching's been pretty solid, I think, up until now. If that's how we lose, that's one thing. If our bats are not silent and we lose and it's a close one, I can live with that.
Yeah. We need to hit some balls hard.
Yeah.
Today, for sure. Did you see that Joey Aguilar at the NFL Combine had a lot of interesting things to say? Let's start with this. About the tumor on his arm, quote, I found it early in the season. But if you get one time to play at Tennessee, there's no backing down. So I just played through it and put the team first.
Wow.
End quote.
That's a VFL, man. Just one season here, but
played with a tumor on his arm, on his throwing arm. They found early in the season.
Now, I don't want to dredge up the past too much, but how do you think that would have gone had that been Nico with his dad and everything else? He wouldn't have seen the field.
No.
They would have done if we think the Darren Peterson thing is kind of perplexing, if that had happened with Nico, it would have just been agonizing.
Yeah. And then he's asked about the Heupel offense and whether or not this whole conversation, does it translate to the NFL? Does it prepare? Are you well served as a high school prospect or whatever to go play for Josh Heupel, right?
Yeah.
Quote, this is Joey Aguilar speaking. honestly, I think the offense in general, if you go back and watch film, we went a little less option game, a lot more pro-style offense, pure progression reads and things like that. I think the offense that we ran this year was different from the past few years. I'm excited for this journey and the next steps, and prepared that they threw me in this offense and kind of switched it all around. Interesting right there.
That was from Aguilar?
Yeah.
Because Brazel basically said something very similar at the Combine today. I hope I didn't steal one of your top 4, Walker.
Well, it makes me wonder, right? Excuse me. We talk about all these, these coaches in evolving their system. We're talking about right now with Kim Caldwell, right? She had a distinct style. Is it going to work, or is she going to have to change? I do wonder, Josh Heupel, are we trending towards something a little bit more quote unquote normal under Josh Heupel? And is that good or bad?
It's a great question, because the question becomes, was that when he had that bag, so to speak, that's what made him unique. If he's got to pivot into something a little more traditional, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
do you have it?
If you had a quarterback like Hendon Hooker, would you just go back to that style, or are you going to stick with the evolution and go into a more pro style? Do you feel like you have to do that because of recruiting and all that stuff? It's an interesting question to ponder, and I guess we'll only know when they get back out there here in the season. The other thing, I think that that rule about when the ball goes out on your own sideline, they stop the, they get the sub rule or whatever. They don't let you snap.
Yeah.
I think that changed what Heupel does more than any. That's probably something that we never talk about that we really should.
That's a good point.
Because I just feel like the ability to go fast. I mean, that cut that not in half, but it cut it down so much. Between that and the faking injuries, it's just like it took the bullets out of his gun.
Yeah,
so to speak, with the whole tempo thing.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Coastal Vol, this is back to the basketball or baseball game. Which one's more important? He said basketball all the way, although I have more confidence in literally every other sport aside from men's and women's basketball right now.
Okay. The traumatized Tennessee hoops psyche showing through a little bit right there. We've got hour number 2 of the drive coming up. We'll start the top 4 at 4. Walker Smith has you when we continue live today from the Casual Pint, Lenoir City, getting ready for Tennessee baseball. And hour number 2 of the program coming up.
The Drive.
The voluntary reaction.
The voluntary reaction.
As soon as the UT game is over, tune in to Fan Run Radio's post-game free-for-all, featuring instant analysis from your favorite Fan Run radio hosts and your phone calls. All the joy, all the rage, all the passion. Win or lose, it's must-hear radio. The voluntary reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Your smile is one of the first things people notice, so why not make it unforgettable? At Knoxville Smiles, we believe everyone deserves a smile they're proud to show off, whether it's time for a routine checkup, a professional cleaning, or something more advanced like teeth whitening or veneers. Our expert team is here for you. We use the latest technology to provide the highest quality care in a comfortable, friendly environment. At Knoxville Smiles, we don't just treat teeth, we treat people. Our goal is to make every visit as stress-free and pleasant as possible. So if you've been putting off your next dental visit, now's the perfect time to take the next step towards a healthier, brighter smile. Give us a call at 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment. That's 865-539-1776. Or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
It's time for the Drive Stop 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the drive underway. We're at the Casual Pint, Lenoir City. Send things back to Walker in the top 4 at 4. Walkman, what you got?
Hey, Russ. At number 1, we got number 22, Tennessee basketball, having a huge game this weekend with number 17, Alabama, coming to an orange-out Thompson Bowling Arena on Saturday night. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. on ESPN, and the Vols are 4.5-point favorites.
Oh, man.
What's the
You
matter?
nervous already, Bob?
Yeah, I wish it was a little earlier. Got to wait all the way till 6 p.m. now.
Past your bedtime?
No, just want to get to it. That's all.
Sterl's going to be fired up. Why can't you?
I'll be fine.
Tennessee under Rick Barnes, 24-8 versus AP top 25s at Food City Center, including 19-2 in its last 21 such games. That's since 21, when I guess that's post Grant and Admiral, but we've had it rolling.
Yeah.
Ranked teams come into Thompson Bowling and generally take that L home with them.
Tell you what, that perimeter D better be in lockdown mode. Like I said, there's no.
Oh. Hold on, guys. We just lost them. We will get them right back right now. There we go. Sorry. You guys cut out for just a second. Bob, what were you saying?
I was just saying that we better be ready to lock them down on the perimeter because I feel that we know what there's no mystery to what they do. It's threes and rim shots, and that's it. Nothing in between. And I don't know, Russ, you were asking, do you think they'll adjust? I haven't seen Nate Oates adjust much. I think he kind of lives and dies by their approach.
Yeah, but at what point you lose 5 in a row and we're so consistently able to take them out of what they want to do? I would be stunned if, again, this is kind of like the conversation we're just having about Josh Heupel, where he didn't abandon his 2022 offense completely. You still got the wide splits and some tempo.
Yeah.
But he's added in some more conventional elements as we've gone along. If Nate Oates, keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, that's the definition of insanity, right? So you got to have a wrinkle or two that we haven't seen yet.
Well, I think the one wrinkle they've got that they didn't have when we played them in Tuscaloosa is Amari Allen. They just don't have much in terms of intermediate or in the paint scoring threat. That's all. And we'll see. They've had Amari Allen's a really, really good freshman. Aiden Sherrill has had some games where he's been pretty effective. They're going to need it. That's all. And God help us, if they got that and it's cooking on the outside, then that's a worst case scenario for us.
At number 2, Josh Elander and the Baseball Vols are set to get underway in Arlington, Texas, in their first matchup of the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series against number 1 UCLA. Tegan Coons takes the mound for his 3rd start of the season with first pitch moments away.
Here we go. We're the home team, so UCLA will hit first. We are Flow Sportsing. Bob,
I can see it.
How does it feel?
Looks good.
UCLA's got a nice road uniform.
That blue is pretty, man.
It's pretty.
Not
pretty
seeing
good.
Live anywhere. It's tough.
All right, get on our level.
So
Walker.
on the YouTube channel, on the Flow Sports YouTube channel, is the freebies are over?
Yeah, I'm on the Flow College Baseball page on there, and they don't have anything live, so I'm assuming they're not giving this one away for free.
Yep.
Shame.
Well, this is, excuse me, this is the headliner for sure of the day, so that makes sense.
100%. At number 3, President Donald Trump is inviting multiple college sports figures to a roundtable at the White House next week to discuss solutions for the current college athletics problems plaguing the sport. Those invited include Nick Saban, Tim Tebow, Tiger Woods, Power 4 conference commissioners, and Tennessee Chancellor Donde Plowman, along with figures across athletics.
Let's go, Donde.
Chances anything meaningful comes out of this.
It's
Zero.
what Peter Burns. I saw Peter Burns from SEC Network say this morning on X, and he's right. It's like it's more of a photo op than anything else. When you get more than, as he was saying, you get more than 10 people in a meeting of that magnitude, you're not going to be problem solving. There's just going to be a lot of grandstanding and, being there to be there, et cetera.
Huh. That's interesting. I was listening to Josh Pate's thing with Trump on the way out here just because I felt like that's probably something that I should hear. I don't know.
Yeah.
My only takeaway, Trump, not a big fan of the NFL kickoff rule, which I guess he and I are kind of in lockstep on that.
Well, you're a better man than I have not checked it out because I think what I just heard some people on the.
It was weird.
Yeah, just saying, why'd this even happen?
Well, I mean, I understand. I understand both sides. From Pate's angle, you have a chance to have the president on your show. Like,
sure,
you have to do that, right? No matter what you think of it. I mean, I guess you could turn your nose up, but like you're only killing yourself there. Imagine the views that guy got,
Oh, yeah.
And that's all about, it's about from Josh's angle and from Trump's angle, like it's in Georgia, it's a battleground state, an election year, trying to connect with college football fans and say a nice thing about Georgia. He said, I like Gunner. I think he's going to be a good quarterback and all that. You could tell he doesn't know anything about college football, which is as it should be.
Yeah.
I don't want my president to be obsessing about the Vols and Bulldogs and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was it.
And at number 4, Charles Bediaco's hopes of returning to college basketball this season took another hit today when Alabama Supreme Court denied his request for an interim injunction pending the appeal before the court. Last night in Puerto Rico, Bediaco played 16 and a half minutes for Team Canada as a part of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers.
Hopefully he didn't miss any exams or anything today back at school, since that's
almost midterm season.
Yeah, I mean, that's the priority is what I heard.
Should be on top of the studies.
Yes.
You have so many online classes now. I'm sure he was able to zoom in and make sure. I mean, because it's just education first with that guy. It's all you ever hear.
It's true.
Guy just wants to get his knowledge on.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Anything else, Walker?
No, that's the last one.
Thank you, sir. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by the Casual Pint, Lenore City. It's where we are this afternoon. Over 30 beers on tap out here. We've also got 6-packs, growlers to go, all that good stuff. I'm actually enjoying a Diet Pepsi with our pretzels and beer cheese we got here. Very tasty as always.
Very good.
An elite appetizer. And I just saw them bringing out a burger out here that looked fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
To get one of those after the show here today. Coons gets Chalowski to pop up, and there are 2 out in the top of the first for the Big Orange. And it looks like we might have that one's going to get out of play for a foul ball. But so far, so good for Tegan Coons.
Not a super big crowd. Of course, it's a big major league
Yes,
park. So
it's 40,000 seat stadium, so you can have 7,000 people in there, which would be capacity at our park, and it will look minuscule. But I mean, there's never a big crowd at these events. Gets him swinging the 3-hole, and 1, 2, 3 go the Bruins in the top of the first.
How tall is Coons? He just looks lanky.
Yeah, he's thickened out a little bit from last year, and that's been a recurring theme with all these pitchers that have come through here, from Dolander to Beam and now Tegan Coons, where they show up as freshmen looking like high school players, and then the next time you see them as sophomores, like they have thickened up a good bit, especially in the core, the trunk.
Yep.
Bear knows how I feel about big-bottomed pitchers.
I got to say, I just thought – oh, go ahead, Bear. Sorry.
No, he likes them a lot.
Put some more ass into it, kid.
I just saw a commercial for and I've been known Whataburger basher, but it was the Whataburger Monterey Melt, and that looked legit.
That got your taste buds going?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been there yet. I tried to go once in Turkey Creek, and the line was wrapped around, and I was like, maybe some other time.
Have you guys ever had the Whataburger back there in the studio?
No, I'm with Russ, man. I'm not waiting 45 minutes for
I've had it.
Hamburger. Have you?
Yeah, I've had it in Texas. I also had one in Lafayette, Louisiana a couple years ago.
My stance still remains the same, Bob, but Shake Shack is the king of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had a Whataburger in other locations, and I was kind of it wasn't bad, but I was unimpressed. I wasn't like, this is amazing. But boy, they made this one look good in the commercials, I gotta say.
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, it never looks like it does in the commercial.
True.
It's not even a hamburger.
Get it, and it's all squished together, and lettuce isn't right and everything.
I'd watch what you say about Whataburger in front of Butler, though. Takes it personal.
Their fans are dedicated. I will give them that. Coming up, just a few minutes, we're going to visit with our old pal Lucas Panzika. He was doing his show up at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis earlier this week, and they got to sit down with both Robert Saleh and Mike Borgonzi from the Titans. Got to see a lot of the prospects up close and personal and all that. So we'll talk to him about that and get his thoughts on how the Vols looked. You know, not just Aguilar, you've got Brazel, you've got the two young DBs, of course, who are hoping to hear their names called. You've got Bryson Eason, I've seen up there. He's working out. He's got a chance to climb up the draft boards. And, of course, this is, not just good for those guys individually and us wanting to see our players go on and do well, but if you're Josh Heupel, you got to continue to put guys in the league,
right,
so that you can show that to high school recruits and to guys that you might want to get from the NCAA transfer portal.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be interested to see if Joey catches on with anybody, like maybe as a UDFA or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably going to be the goal there at some point. It's kind of like Jermad. We were talking about him and running. At some point, he's going to have to run in front of people. He chose not to do that at the combine. At some point, Joey's going to have to throw and show that, he still has the same velocity and distance on his throws as before the injury and the surgery and whatever you want to call, whatever happened there. But I would imagine that he's an undrafted free agent, gets a shot in a camp somewhere, and it's at that point it's just about, hey, are you? I don't think that he's going to be back up somewhere next year. It's like, can you get in a place where you're the third guy and you get on that practice squad and you get to hang around, and just recuperate, learn an offense, show that you can be a guy that can be trusted. And who knows, maybe there's an injury in front of you. All of a sudden you're the backup. You're on the, I don't think Joey's seen as a starter anywhere next year in the NFL, but I don't even know if he's seen as a backup. But in that thing, it's just about finding the right place at the right time and putting yourself in that position. When you're undrafted, it's a different, it's almost like recruiting, because, you'll probably have multiple offers of places you can go, but you better be sure you choose the right one.
What could have been?
What could have been?
Yeah.
You're number 2 under Joey?
It's okay. It's okay.
Would have been nice. We've got our guys now.
We do.
We've got GMAC and FaZe on, and we will roll with one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at these Tennessee baseball uniforms. Did we have this particular one last year with the piping? And
yeah.
Because it looks great.
I love it. It's basically the same layout scheme as the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
The only thing, if I can put my sports aesthetic enthusiast hat on here for a minute, the only thing I would change about I think, and the Tigers have the thin blue stripe down the pants too.
Yeah.
We've got the piping down the front of the jersey. I think you want the stripe on the pants, a little more orange.
Yeah.
Would be good. And then we've got the orange stripe on the creams this year, which I don't like, because I feel like the cream does the heavy lifting on those uniforms.
Yeah.
And you got to go back to the Vol script. I mean, you just have to on the creams. But this is a nice look. I like it. You want to see Adidas keep it?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Well, we said this last year in the NCAA tournament in basketball when Tennessee faced UCLA. It was like, that's elite uniform
yes
matchups, the
yes.
colors and everything else, and we're seeing it here today.
But UCLA has done good in basketball, just not changing.
Leaving it alone, right?
I guess when you got a tradition like that, would they win 10 national titles in a row?
Yeah.
When you got a tradition like that, you don't mess with it.
I've always wondered with UCLA too that their baseball caps, I like them. It's that Boston Red Sox
yeah
instead of anything that says UCLA, but it works.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
Speaking of good looks, Lucas Panzika, it was a good look when he put that bald cap on. I'm telling you, you got to go find that video of him and Robert Saleh chumming around. We'll get his reaction to his week in Indianapolis and also get his thoughts on Tennessee basketball this weekend and heading into the postseason when we continue as you listen to The Drive live this afternoon. The Casual Pint, Lenore City, 1 out in the bottom of the first here. Is this Ford hitting right now?
Yeah, it's Henry Ford.
Henry Ford at bat and a 2-2 count.
Hank Ford.
Big Hank, the Model T. coming at you. It's 3-2. We'll be back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Kid Hughes live this afternoon at the Casual Pint, Lenore City. Russell and Bob here. Bob and Bear and Walker back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios in West Knoxville, and our old pal Lucas Panzika, 104.5 The Zone and Titans Radio in Nashville, joins us on the phone. LP, good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Afternoon, boys. I'm good and ready to leave the state of Indiana.
Hey, let me ask, where'd they put you up at when you were, because that's hometown for me. Where'd you end up staying downtown?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to denigrate it. That's first thing here. But,
No,
we were in, actually it was 4 of us. So an Airbnb was the easiest route this time around.
That's how the kids do it, Bob.
Yeah, that's
They're
good.
not staying in the Holiday Inn like you and Bear. They get an Airbnb, fully furnished.
I wish by day 2, I wish we were in a Holiday Inn, but it's fun, man. Combine's it's fun. It's like one of those things that you're having a good time, but you're also exhausted, and you're happy to be there, but you also can't wait to sleep in your own bed.
The downtown area is awesome, though, for an event like that, right? There's a lot of stuff to do, restaurants, bars, all that stuff.
The Combine should never, ever leave the city of Indianapolis. Yeah, I think there's been talk about toying with it and moving it to L.A. or whatever, but Indy is tailor-made for something like that with how interconnected it all is and walkable 100%. 100%. It's the perfect host city for it.
Lucas, we were just talking about Joey Aguilar, and he's up there kind of telling his story. Today it comes out that the tumor in his arm, he didn't say specifically when, but he did say he found it early in the season. We were just talking about him and what his projection is. I don't think anybody expects him to get drafted, but how do you see that story playing out? Does he get a shot to go to camp and potentially make a practice squad somewhere, hang around, and who knows what happens a couple years down the road?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's a tough one to kind of figure out with that, because the Tennessee offense is always going to come up in these conversations, and he talked about that today, and it's clear that there's been a very intentional by the football program pivoting away from an offense that can be pretty easily dismissed by NFL draft scouts. And no matter how many pro concepts Tennessee implements into its offense, until a quarterback or a receiver from that Josh Heupel offense hits, I feel like there's going to be questions about it. But it's very clear that that's something Aguilar was ready to talk about the offense that he played in 2025 being a lot more of a pro-style offense than it gets credit for, that maybe it was a couple of years ago early on in the Heupel era. Chris Brazzell said the same thing. He said the offense he played in at Tennessee is completely different from the offense that Jalen Hyatt and Cedric Tillman played in. And he even mentioned those guys' names in those early years of the Heupel era. So the Tennessee offense and how NFL teams view it will be one thing. And then just how Joey works out. He's not going to do anything at Lucas Oil Stadium this week. He's going to work out at his pro day in a few weeks in Knoxville. I have a hard time seeing him getting drafted. I'd probably be surprised. He doesn't really have the height. I don't think the tumor impacted some of his performance last year. We'll see how often that comes up in his draft process. But he'll for sure land somewhere and then see if he can earn his spot.
Let's talk about another quarterback that's not a Vol. And I wanted to get your take on this, see if I'm reading this correctly. So Diego Pavia is getting mentorship and advice from Johnny Manziel. Talking about that today
what could possibly go wrong?
Are you kidding me? I mean, just given everything that happened at the end of the Heisman run, the guy's got some intangibles that you think he might get a shot, similar to what you're talking about with Joey. But man, sidle up with somebody different, man.
Yeah, if it's not a what not to do kind of mentor-mentee relationship, then it would probably not be great to have Johnny Manziel as your go-to there. That whole dynamic's been interesting because Diego Pavia has been very public that he grew up loving Johnny Manziel as a college quarterback and modeling his game after what he did at Texas A&M. And Johnny Manziel has reciprocated that, and they have a great relationship. And you see him on the sideline of Vanderbilt games wearing, a Pavia jersey and all these things. I will say, to Pavia's credit, for as much flack as he gets, some of the red flags on how brash he's been and probably saying some of the stuff, posting some of the stuff that he shouldn't have, he has not gotten into anything off the field of note, right? Like, yes, there was that video of him after the Heisman ceremony partying it up, but he's not been arrested or gotten into any off-field scandals. His brothers certainly have, and the whole family in general has been very loud about it. But that's kind of been how he's played, too. He's taken that to the field with that kind of brash, overconfident underdog mentality. His draft process is going to be fascinating to me for a dude that balled against some of the most talented defenses in the country, but has obvious size concerns and has a personality that you give credit for. It's a huge reason why he's successful and even in this position, but also is it the kind of dynamic that you want in your quarterback room for a guy that you're just trying to see if he'll be a good backup, right? And Pavia with his personality believes he can be a starter in the NFL. So I will say, to his credit, that dude is unapologetically himself. He gets up there and he's the same dude over and over, and he's only had success on the field wherever he's been. So I feel like he gets drafted at some point. He was just too much of a game-changing playmaker in college not to. But, yeah, that was a funny note for him to And he was asked about Johnny Manziel as a mentor, right? He didn't volunteer it. Like, oh, you know what? One person that I'm really going to for advice is, somebody asked him about that relationship, and he talked about it. But he and Aguilar both are just are really interesting to me to see which one of them, if either of them, can blossom at any level in the NFL.
Lucas Panzika with us this afternoon on The Drive. And LP, what about some of the other Tennessee guys that you get to see up there? Jermod McCoy there not running. Colton Hood, another guy that's gotten some first-round buzz. You already mentioned Chris Brazzell. Any other Tennessee guys stand out to you?
Yeah, I think those are the three that if you're talking about day one, day two, it pretty much boils down to those guys. Bryson Eason, I'm sure we'll hear his name called at some point along the way. Joshua Josephs has a lot of things that I think will attract NFL teams. It's just such a deep edge class. So we'll see when he's able to kind of sneak in there. But the Jermod McCoy thing is really interesting because there's the obvious red flag of coming off that ACL and not playing a snap last year. But by the tape, it sounds like he is the consensus best corner in this draft. If you just take his best stuff on the field when he was playing and put it up against Mansour Delane or Colton Hood or any of the other good cornerbacks in this draft. So his pro day is going to be huge because everybody was looking to McCoy's workout at Lucas Oil Stadium. We learned, I think it was yesterday morning, that he was not going to work out. And he made it sound like it was a deal where he is a full go. He's 100%, but just has not been 100% long enough to be able to train and ramp up to be the best version of himself at the combine, which I can understand, but that's fine. You have to show it at your pro day, right? If the day of Tennessee's pro day, McCoy isn't running the 40 or something like that, it's going to raise red flags. It just is for a dude coming off that injury and for it being as long ago as it was, right? Over a year ago. It's crazy to think that last summer we were looking around like, okay, is McCoy going to be ready potentially in the first month of the season? And he made it sound like he said that he was in contention to come back for Tennessee pretty much until that Vanderbilt game, but at no point did he feel fully ready. I tend to believe that once Tennessee lost to Oklahoma and got booted from the CFP discussion, that for all intents and purposes shut down McCoy's season. But his pro day is going to be huge, and he's got a real chance to be a top 10, top 15 draft pick. Him and Colton Hood both have a real chance to be the first duo of Tennessee players to get drafted in the first round since Eric Berry and Dan Williams in 2010.
Dan Williams reference on The Drive. Did not see that one coming.
Blast from the past.
Yeah, remember that field goal block against Kentucky?
Yes, I do now that you bring it up. That was a legendary moment.
Hey, Lucas, one thing I wanted to get your take on, and this now is kind of pivoting to people who might have interest in the Tennessee Titans and the fact they have that high first-round pick and who are they going to take. And you're seeing a lot of guys show out there, knowing, Robert Saleh's proclivity for defense. And it feels like an Ohio State showcase, apparently, from what I'm seeing and hearing, between Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles with like a historic combine performance. What did you see there as far as somebody who would stand out where you were like, man, that's a guy the Titans should, Titans need a lot, but if for that first pick overall for them, who would they be taking? Who would you like to see him take?
Yeah, well, first of all, Ohio State fans just have to be mad all over again that they didn't win a playoff game with the amount of NFL dudes in this first round. Like the guys you mentioned, Caleb Downs is one of the best players in this draft. I mean, just absolutely loaded back to front. But to your point, man, the number 4 overall pick is so fascinating to me because the Titans have such an obvious need at edge. I know they just traded for Jermaine Johnson, but Jermaine Johnson and Femi Oladejo, don't necessarily make up an elite crop of edge rushers. It's still a massive need that the Titans have to invest in. But there's kind of something for everyone in this draft. It's so fascinating to me. The edge group alone, Reuben Bain is kind of near the top there from Miami. The arm length is definitely a concern, but his tape is fantastic. David Bailey, crazy productive at Texas Tech. All the length, all the athleticism, but maybe not the physicality or the weight you would want him at quite yet. It's fixable, but it is a factor. You have a guy like Arvell Reese at Ohio State that played a lot of off-ball linebacker. Will he be able to translate to outside linebacker in the NFL? Just all of these guys that it's like one thing that this guy doesn't have, the other one does. So it's going to be such a, case-by-case preference thing. And so if you're the Titans, after the number 1 overall pick, not just for the Titans, but for anybody, this just feels like a best player available draft, right? Like, this is not your star-studded, bona fide draft that I think you're going to see more of next year when you've got Arch Manning and Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams and all these dudes that everybody has been watching for a year. There's not a ton of those guys in this draft. So at number 4 overall, Jeremiah Love might be the best player there, the Notre Dame running back. And if you have conviction that he is a better football player than even the best of the edge rushers, then I don't hate the idea of just taking the best player, because I don't know that there is a player at a position of need for the Titans that is a slam dunk. No, you have to take this guy number 4 overall. It's going to be really interesting to see kind of how they categorize these guys and the direction they go. I think there's going to be so much variance in this top 10 after Mendoza goes to Vegas at 1.
So Titans aside, just based on what all the chatter with Sonny Styles, back to him for a second, because of the performance at the Combine, and he was highly regarded. I don't want to make it sound like he's coming out of nowhere, but do you think there's a chance he could catapult further up the draft board now up to a very, very high spot?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like I said, you may have a huge need at corner. Like, let's say you're a team with the number 5 or 6 overall pick and you desperately need corner. Hell, the Titans desperately need corners right now. Like, you've got L'Jarius Sneed, who you probably need to cut ties with, and a 6th-rounder going into his second year in Marcus Harris. Like, that's basically your cornerback room at the moment. But are you going to reach there for a player that probably isn't worth that sort of investment in the top 5? Or are you just going to take a player like Sonny Styles that, even if it's not a quote-unquote premium position, can this guy make a bigger impact in our defense than a lesser player could, even if that lesser player is at a premium position? If the answer to that is yes, then Titans fans would grumble in that scenario, but I would have no issue whatsoever with just taking the player that you believe will have the best NFL career regardless of position.
Lucas, I'm kind of with you on Jeremiah Love, man. I think he and Caleb Downs are the 2 best players in the draft. And that's another one I wouldn't mind taking. I do wonder if, like, do you get greedy and try and trade down a couple of spots and see if you can't, get another pick somewhere in there for them. But when you've got so many needs, like, the last thing you want to do is take Reuben Bain and, like they say, his arms are too short, or whatever. And he turns out not to be great. Like, just nail it, man. Make sure you get a really good player.
I think back to when Derek Barnett came out, and look, Derek Barnett has had a fine NFL career. I mean, dude's still playing, for one. Like, that beats the odds. But I wouldn't say he has lived up to the number 14 overall pick, right? Now, he was a good prospect coming out, and the Eagles selected him, and it just didn't quite blossom the way you would want it to. And now he's just a steady NFL player, part of that Texans edge rusher core. But I look at that and I say, okay, would you rather take a player like Sonny Styles or Jeremiah Love that you are confident will have a huge impact at their respective position, or risk reaching for a player that could have a Derek Barnett-like career, which, again, is a fine career and is a good player, but not the type of player that you need with the number 4 overall pick in the draft. So I'm with you, man. People are in love with Jeremiah Love, like the smart football people, right? The ones that know what they're looking at as opposed to the layman kind of like us. They are obsessed with Jeremiah Love, and there's such a huge gulf between he and the rest of the running backs in this draft class. I 100% think that that's something that should be on the table for the Titans at number 4 overall. And to your point about a trade back, I love that too. I just wonder what that looks like. There is no quarterback unless Ty Simpson has just an all-time pre-draft process. There's not a quarterback you look at and say, there's a guy that teams are going to want to climb into the top 5 for. And if they do, they're probably, getting up a little nudge ahead of you at 2 or 3. But you just never know what teams are going to prioritize which player. And, maybe somebody will just be head over heels for David Bailey more than you are and are willing to throw you an extra first to go up and get him because they think he's an all-pro edge rusher. And if that's the case, then trade back, gather draft capital, and continue to build out this roster with a million different needs. You just don't see that many trades into the top 10 for non-quarterbacks, right? We saw it last year with Travis Hunter, but he's a unicorn. We saw it a couple years before that when the Texans traded back into the top 5 for Will Anderson, but it is far and few between. But in principle, Russ, I do love the idea of a trade back.
Talking with Lucas Panzika. Lucas, last thing for me, anything, what are you guys hearing about the whole Titans rebrand and the uniforms and all that stuff? Where it seems to be maybe even more exciting to Titans fans than who they're going to take in the draft right now is what's going on with the baby blue.
Well, first of all, where do you stand on this, Russ? I'm curious. Like, from the logo that you saw, are you in, or would you rather stick with the Fireball?
When I first saw the logo on that little plush football, I was like, oh, my God, that is terrible. The Titans have botched it again. When I saw it on a helmet, on a white helmet with the stripes the way the Oilers helmets looked, it looks a lot better. Just my opinion.
Yeah, the way it was, quote unquote, leaked was arguably the funniest possible way it could have leaked on that little whatever that was, furry football. This has been something that has kind of been, there's been scuttlebutt about it, and the Titans honestly have prominently displayed this new logo in it's called Titans House. It's this facility in Nashville where, and hell, one of you may have been in there at some point. It's basically a facility that is built for the fan experience, and it's where fans go to renew their PSLs. It's where, the team brings people in and pitches them on the new Nissan Stadium, trying to get people in with season tickets and all these things. That logo, like without the flame, is all over the place in that building. And people have posted it and kind of inquired, like, oh, is this the new Titans logo? But then the Fanatics thing came out and everybody flipped out over it. It looks like they are moving in a new direction. I'd be surprised if that is not the go-to logo whenever they unveil it. They've announced they have previewed an announcement coming up for March 12th. And I'm good with it. I rarely have strong opinions on these things, or just anything even adjacent to fashion. I'm always the guy that's like, I don't know, I thought it looked fine, when everybody's like melting down over something. But I will say my slight concern is the Titans moving into this era and wanting to be like the new Titans, right? That they're going into a new stadium. Nashville is a hot town, that it has just emerged over these last 15 or so years. They want a new identity for the football team, and they're doing that and kind of tying it in with these nods to the Houston Oilers. And I worry that it kind of just forgets about 25 years of the Tennessee Titans. You know what I mean? Like the navy blue and the Fireball logo and the Greek mythology sort of ties, which are definitely a thing of the past at this point. The Titans do not care about the Greek mythology aspect of things. They want to be the Titans. The best way I could put it is they want to be the Titans like the Giants are the Giants. You know what I mean? Like the Giants have nothing in relation to large, mythical, human-looking creatures, right? They're just the Giants.
I think they should. Like they should have.
I agree. They should have Giants plastered all over the facility there,
yes,
stomping around on, on little jets or something. I don't know.
Jack and the Beanstalk style, yeah. Fee-fi fo fum.
Exactly. But they don't have that. They're just the Giants. And I think that's kind of what the Titans are shooting for here. I'm good with it. I just worry, Russ, and you're a Titans fan. Like, you didn't care about the Houston Oilers, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, you didn't grow up an Oilers fan. You were a Titans fan because they are Tennessee's NFL team. So I love the nods to the Oilers. Like when they wore the Oilers throwbacks, in these recent years, I thought it was awesome. I just don't want to watch the Titans in the first game at the new Nissan Stadium and be like, whoa, like, what are we looking at here? Is this an expansion team? Like who is this? So
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if they can nail that balance.
A very last question for me is, and Russ was informing me about, I got to look it up, the video of you and Robert Saleh today or at the Combine. But my question to you is about Saleh. What are the early returns on the vibes with him right now? Because this guy has head coaching experience. He's done it under a microscope much larger than Nashville. What is he so far saying and doing all the right things from your perspective?
Yes, in the staff that he's put together. No, I don't think anything has inspired more confidence than the coaching staff. You know, the Saleh hire gets made, and people all have an opinion, and people are fired up. You know, you're going to get a good defense. He's never been a part. In 95% of the seasons he has been involved in the NFL, it's been close to elite defenses, especially when he's at the helm. He will call plays as a head coach, which he did not do with the Jets. But really, you know, everybody was waiting for the other shoe to drop, which was, of course, the offensive coordinator. And I don't think he could have, made a bigger splash higher than Brian Dable, a dude that's had success with different profiles of quarterbacks, that's gotten the best version out of guys like Josh Allen and Daniel Jones and Jalen Hurts and all these guys he's worked with. So the staff he has put together has been an all-star staff, a very bald staff, as you noted, 9 bald coaches, NFL record. But he has been doing all the right things in terms of the pieces he's putting into place around Cam Ward to try and marry that offensive kind of growth centered around potentially your franchise quarterback in the defense that you expect to get with Robert Saleh. And then hopefully all the BS and the toxicity that just comes with being the coach of the Jets will kind of fizzle and fall by the wayside, because you don't see very often coaches in that second opportunity after, going 3 years and done or whatever in the first. You don't see that second one hitting. The hope is, well, it's the Jets, right? And there's so many asterisks and reasons why you can point to the Jets being bad in the Saleh tenure that didn't have a lot to do with who Robert Saleh is as a head coach. But Brian Dable and Cam Ward's relationship is obviously critical to the Saleh era.
I thought the bald thing was working for you, LP. You looked like a young Paul Kuharsky. Thought it was a very good look for you.
I appreciate it. My fiance would leave me, but I am very envious of the people that can pull it off. Like, it just seems like such a, I don't know, man, just such a free way to live. Like, just to wake up and not even have to pay an inkling of attention to your hair. Although Saleh did, as part of that interview, did point out some of the challenges of bald maintenance that we don't really think about to keep it looking shiny and pristine. So maybe, everybody has to deal with different things.
We all have our own crosses to bear. He is Lucas Panzika, 104.5 The Zone, Titans Radio. I mean, when you pulled out the bald cap, Lucas, I like to think that was the fan run, theatricality element that we like to instill in our young interns around here. I feel like that was a proud moment for us.
Well, good. That makes me happy. I mean, it's amazing. I'm happy Robert was a good sport about it and, played into the whole thing. But it is amazing that we are able to – what's that?
Yeah, I think you guys are boys now. You guys were close. You hugged it out. I mean, it was good. Yep.
I think we just became best friends. But no, he was great, and it's amazing that they let us continue to do these stupid things that we do. But we're going to keep doing it as long as they let us.
All right, man. Hey, have a great weekend. Safe travels home, and we'll do it again soon.
Thanks, boys. Talk to y'all soon.
Thank you,
sir.
Lucas.
He is Lucas Panzika, 104.5 The Zone in Nashville Titans Radio, joining us here on the program. We got to take a quick time out. We are live today at the Casual Pint as UCLA puts a 2-run homer into the cheap seats. I believe that was Chalowski, and it is 3-0 Bruins in Dallas.
Can I change my answer on the poll question?
Ooh. Yep. We might be in trouble, boys. We might be in trouble. Stay with us. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Ever been the coach who realized the team's gear just wasn't up to par? Well, if I'm being honest, that was me. Just a downright irresponsible and plain bad coach. Then SM Athletics changed the game. I want you to picture this. I walk into their store, a coach with a vision. SM Athletics didn't just see a coach. They saw a team's potential, and they delivered custom uniforms so striking. Our team's spirit soared. From cutting-edge apparel to top-notch equipment, SM Athletics transformed our presence. No more unreliable online orders or envying the other team's style. SM Athletics stands for quality, design, and on-time delivery every time. Coaches, elevate your team with SM Athletics. Call 865-966-3434 or visit smathletics.com. Get the best for your team, delivered right and on time. So, elevate your team's game by contacting SM Athletics today.
Check out Lenore City's newest place to hang out, watch sports, and drink the best craft beers in America. The Casual Pint Lenore City is now open on Highway 321. They've got over 30 beers on tap, with everything from lagers and pilsners to sours and IPAs, as well as stouts, porters, and brown ales. You can also create your own six-pack from their singles cooler or pick up some packaged beer and a growler fill to go. And be sure to bring your appetite, because they have a great menu featuring appetizers, brats, burgers, flatbreads, and wings. It's the Casual Pint Lenore City, now open on Highway 321 across from Gold's Gym in Lenore City. Swing by and check them out, and don't forget to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio, coming to you live this afternoon from the Casual Pint, Lenore City. Good to see Koval out here. Good to see T-Carp out here. The stars come out when the Drive comes to Lenore City, Bob.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they're probably here to support. They know award-winning show is what we can call it now.
Champions.
That's right.
So we need some offense, boys. Tennessee baseball down 3-0 as we play in the bottom of the third inning now. UCLA, and it's frustrating, guys, because the two-run homer is one thing. The first run, it's Henry Ford throwing error to first. We had the guy out, and he didn't make a good throw. And this is the gamble that we talk about with Tennessee baseball. And Tony liked to do this too. Tony would sacrifice a little bit of defense to get his best 9 hitters on the field. And I think that's the way you got to do it. But this is the price you run. And again, on paper, we've got a pretty solid group here going. Yeah. But they're not hitting. Newstrom gets a hit here. Now we go to the top of the order with 1 out. We'll see if we can get something going. But, man, if you're going to sacrifice defense, you're going to put a guy on the hot. We did this with Billy Amick, right? He was not a great defensive third baseman, but he made up for it with his bat. We got to start hitting, guys.
So Chalosky had a double. He was the runner on base.
Okay.
It was the leadoff guy, I believe, or no, the guy bats right behind Chalosky, actually. Mulavai Lavu. Interesting name. He's the one that hit the 2-run home run. 388 feet. That was a smack.
Yeah. And then the next guy almost hit one too. I mean, the third out was caught by Abernathy on the warning track. And this is a Major League Baseball park. I remember I've been to this park. I saw the Rangers play the Astros there a couple of years ago and was down there batting practice. And the number of hard hit balls there that don't make the warning track. makes you just have such an appreciation for big leaguers.
Yeah.
Is playing with wooden bats. The amount of power it takes to hit one out in these places is incredible. And they've got some pop. UCLA does, obviously.
They sure do.
Got our work cut out for us here. 865-966-3435, your number if you want to get on the show this afternoon. 966-3435. You can call or text the drive this afternoon. Any takeaways with the conversation with Panzika? I'm beginning to see the light on Jeremiah Love. And here's the other thing that we didn't get into. Every great era of the Titans, both of them, have included a great running back.
It's true. Yeah, I think what my takeaway was just what we were talking about. There's so many, is there one lightning rod player? I don't even think there is as the number one pick with Mendoza. I wouldn't say he's like a no-brainer first pick overall. It's just he fits the needs that the Raiders have right now.
Well, I think Love and Caleb Downs are the best football players in the draft. I think if you take one of those guys, and those are non-premium positions, usually not. I think they did. Eric Berry was number 4 overall, wasn't he?
That sounds about right, yeah.
But usually you don't take a safety that high, and you certainly don't take a running back that high anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying is there's a bunch of really, really good players. And so it's what do you identify as your need? I mean, I remember when there was a lot of mocks coming out at one point talking about Carnell Tate being a Titan. And while they need receivers, I think you're going to be able to find something meaningful in the free agent market. I would go for some of these other guys you're talking about.
Well, and, again, Robert Saleh, defensive-minded head coach, wants to instill a toughness mentality. It's sending a different message when you go wide receiver in the first round. And maybe this isn't fair, but I just look at Tate, and I don't get behind it if we take him, but I look at it he's not even the number 1 receiver on his college team. And that's probably not fair because Jeremiah Love is going to be Smith is going to be the number 1 pick probably next year, if not close to it. But I don't know. That matters. It's just in the back of my mind,
Yeah, I like that. I do like. I hadn't thought about the Jeremiah Love possibility, but I kind of like it. I still like the concept of David Bailey, possibly too. That might be a little high, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I trust what this organization's doing. It feels different than it did just a year ago. Honestly, Cam Ward was the no-brainer last year.
Yeah.
So I get that one.
Well, it just feels so different when your coordinators are Gus Bradley and Brian Dable.
Yeah.
And it was, I can't even remember the guys. Denard Wilson.
Yeah.
And, Callahan was calling the plays, but it was Nick Holtz, the offense. It was a bunch of first time guys. Everybody was first time doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you've got veterans, guys who've been there and done that. Bear, you got to run?
Yeah, I got to go take care of some business.
All right, buddy. Well, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on Voluntary Reaction.
See you, Bear.
You got it, buddy. See you, Bob.
Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Friday, 5 o'clock. Congratulations, you have made it. The weekend is here. Russell Smith and Bob Baskerville live today at the Casual Pint, Lenoir City. What do you think they're talking about over there? You've got Koval, T-Carp, and Roberto. I mean, you think some lies are being told at that table right now?
That and probably a lot of misery.
We are.
Okay.
Bears left. Walker.
Yep.
I'm bent over the barrel right now, and I can see all 50 states courtesy of UCLA.
What happened?
There's another home run. No.
Oh, no. It's 4-0?
No. Some dude just clobbered one about 400 feet.
435 feet. Ball was 112 miles per hour off the bat.
Bob, we're getting destroyed.
And now Brandon Arvidsson is getting ready in the bullpen.
4-0 UCLA in the top of the fourth. Not going as expected.
No.
By me, anyway.
No, that's
not great.
That's not great.
No.
Not good.
All right. Walker, what do you got?
At number 1, number 22, Tennessee basketball has a huge game tomorrow with number 17, Alabama, coming to an oranged-out Thompson Bowling Arena Saturday night. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. on ESPN, and the Vols are 4.5-point favorites.
Don't let us down, Rick Barnes. It could be a dark weekend if we lose tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We'll know the score of the Arizona State game by the time we walk in there, right? What is that? That game starts like 1 o'clock or something?
Yeah, I want to say 1, 2, something like that.
It's at noon first.
We need a dub.
Texas? It's tough. Tough for the players. I paid for it.
We need a dub. Need a dub.
Yep. Speaking of, at number 2, Josh Elander and the Baseball Vols are underway in Arlington, Texas, in their first matchup of the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series against number 1 UCLA. Tegan Coons took the mound for his third start, with first pitch happening about an hour ago. The Bruins now lead 4-0 with 2 home runs put in the seats in the 4th inning.
Yeah, and I said earlier, like, keep it close, try and get it a 1-run game, give or take, going into the last 3 innings. I'm not stunned that they're hitting us, that we're giving up some runs here, Bob, but we got to hit the ball. I think we got 2 hits, Blaine Brown and Chris Newstrom, first time through the order. We've got to string together multiple hits. We've got to manufacture some runs here. They are not having a problem hitting the ball at the ballpark, but it's a big league ballpark. It's 400-plus feet to straightaway center. You're indoors. Ball's not going to carry. You've got to string together singles and doubles here.
Listen, UCLA has 2 losses, but this is they were preseason ranked number 1 for a reason. They got some serious bats. We to your point, we need to get something going offensively, and we need to quit helping them on the defensive side. I'm seeing all sorts of rants on the live chat about the fact that Henry Ford has been extreme liability today on the defensive side. So can't have it, man. Can't have it when you got a team that hits the ball as well as these guys do.
At number 3, the NFL Combine rolls on today, and former Vols quarterback Joey Aguilar took the podium before working out tomorrow. When asked about his process the past few months, he said that he was happy just to, quote, finally have the answer that he was waiting for. Today, defensive backs and tight ends will be working out, which includes Colton Hood and Miles Kitzelman, with Jamad McCoy not doing any field work in Indy.
Bob, you follow the draft a little closer than I do, I think. What's the buzz on McCoy and Hood? Are still middle first round / middle second round, somewhere in there?
Yeah, although I do think what has happened with McCoy, or hasn't happened with McCoy this week, doesn't bode well for him. I think I start to wonder if he's still maybe a first round pick. Is he going to slide a little?
People are going to want to see him run.
Exactly. So I don't know, man. I wish him the best, though. I mean, I loved the kid. I hated that we didn't get to see him at all this season. But
they say it usually you can come back from ACL in a year, but a lot of times it takes 2 years to get back to 100%. And it's been right around a year.
Yeah,
since he tore his ACL. So, he should be back to running and everything. But getting that trust, being able to sprint and explode off of it. I've never had an ACL, but I would imagine that there's a mental hurdle there that has to be overcome as well. I think he's going to be fine and play for a long time in the NFL, but it might cost him first round status.
Yeah.
Just because if I'm a team picking in the mid later, like I'm not super excited about drafting a corner that probably isn't going to be 110% his rookie year.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if he becomes kind of a fringe first round pick rather than middle of the first round. And, we've seen it happen, man. We've seen some guys fall out that go into the second round, and to your point, doesn't mean you can't have a great career. You just lose a lot of money on the table right off the bat.
At number 4, we've got another loaded college basketball slate this weekend. Tonight, number 3 Michigan plays number 10 Illinois, and tomorrow the packed slate includes number 1 Duke playing number 11 Virginia, Vanderbilt playing at Kentucky. Number 14, Kansas at number 2, Arizona. Number 16, Texas Tech at Iowa State. Number 20, Arkansas at Florida. And a West Coast rivalry of Gonzaga at St. Mary's to end the night.
All of that is going to be on ESPN tomorrow. Pretty much. I mean, it's unbelievable. I think there's one game that's on CBS, but the rest of them, it starts at like noon, and then a 4 o'clock, and then our game at 6, and then a game at 8:30, and then another one at 10:30. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
We complain sometimes about these kind of tough tip-off times and how tightly packed they put these together. This is why, because you can fit in 5 top 25 matchups in a very small span of time, and it's just nonstop basketball.
Besides our game, what is the absolute must-watch game of the day if you had to choose just one, Bob?
For me, the one that interests me most is I want to see if, because we keep getting stacked up in these bracketology projections as like a 5 versus Virginia as a 4. I want to see what Virginia does. I haven't watched enough of them. I want to see what they do at Duke. That's the noon game tomorrow. They're all good games, but that one's got my interest. I think the one tonight, Michigan and Illinois, is enormous, man. That's
a heavyweight fight.
That is.
I believe Michigan's already clinched the Big Ten regular season and have basically clinched their number 1 seed in that tournament. But Illinois is trying to right the ship with a big win. I think we talked about it yesterday that they've lost like 3 of their last 5 or something like that. So this is huge for them. I mean, I'm staring at Kansas, Arizona again. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember that midweek game at Fog Allen a couple weeks ago. It was one of the best games of the year, and I think they're going to run it back and have it be another awesome game.
And we've got vested interest, particularly if we beat Alabama. We got vested interest in that 8:30 game with Florida and Arkansas. Kind of find yourself, Florida's kind of, if they win this game tomorrow night, then they've pretty much clinched the regular season title in the SEC, and it puts us back into a potential tie for second if we beat Alabama. So got some interest there. Hey, Walker, did you watch any of Purdue-Michigan State last night?
I watched most of the game, yes.
It turned out to be a really, really good game.
Oh, it was great. I thought that it was going to end up with Michigan State pulling away a little bit just because Purdue has kind of been up and down all year. But Purdue had that chance at the end of the game, and honestly, I thought Braden Smith should have gotten off a better shot than a 30-footer to win the game when you're only down 2.
Yeah, he rushed it. The only other thing I'll say about that game was Cohen Carr from Michigan State. He is a freak. And Tennessee, Tennessee was one of the finalists when they were recruiting him 3-4 years ago. That guy would have been just unbelievable. Like, he'll win a couple NBA slam dunk championships, even if he isn't much of an NBA player.
He is a high flyer. I think he had two dunks inside. God, he's just fun to watch, even though he's probably, he's not even the best player on their team. You'd say Jeremy Fears probably is, wouldn't you? Or is it Cohen Carr, you think?
No, it's Fears. Fears is the best player on that team for sure.
They're fun. They have a game Sunday against, I think it's USC. They're playing Michigan State, so that's a quick turnaround for them.
Yeah.
And at number 5, an Ontario man who was chased by a pair of aggressive turkeys only escaped by jumping into a stranger's car. The man was taking a walk when he noticed 2 wild turkeys were trailing him. He tried to flee and kick snow at the birds, but they continued to pursue him. Trying to escape, a random lady saw this predicament and let him jump into her car. The next day, he saw 2 turkeys again on his walk, and this time stood his ground, and the birds seemingly had no interest a second time around.
Turkeys, not to be messed with, apparently.
No, I wouldn't mess with a turkey.
Aren't turkeys legendarily stupid birds? I know I messed this up on chickens yesterday. Chickens evidently are pretty intelligent, but I've heard turkeys will drown. Maybe this is an urban legend. Where's Bear when you need him? But turkeys will drown, like when it rains, they'll look up at the sky and drown. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't.
There's no way that's true.
I've heard that.
That's unreal.
Well, speaking of Bear, and I would say this if Bear was here too, but we missed this one on the text box yesterday. Remember we were talking about dogs. And this came from the 901, and the guy said, my wife and I are fostering 2 Cavaliers along with 2 Charles Spaniels. They are breeder release dogs. They came from a breeder who is an 86-year-old Amish lady who has 150 on her property.
Oh, that's awesome.
They do not bite or snip at all. Bear is a blank. So, because I think Bear, well, as my wife was saying last night,
pit bulls.
No, these were little Charles Spaniels. And
Bear would found fault with literally every breed of dog that we mentioned.
Yeah, that was my wife was like, that was actually kind of funny, but kind of ridiculous. Every single one would be like, this dog, he'd be like, they shed too much. This dog, they bite. This dog, they're too loud. I mean, it was unbelievable. So,
well, what did she say? It was funny but ridiculous.
Yes,
that's Bear.
Yeah.
Sums that up. I mean, he's a golden retriever man at heart. His heart only is for one breed of dog.
Wow,
evidently.
Similar minds. But the Normval Russ on the live chat says turkeys, he counters. Turkeys are incredibly smart, is what he's saying.
Well, I'm looking up. No, turkeys do not drown in the rain by looking up with their mouths open, as is often believed. This is a popular myth. Though turkeys may die from hypothermia if they get too cold and wet, wild turkeys are resilient, using waterproof feathers and seeking shelter to survive rainy conditions. So that is a popular myth out there. I knew I'd heard that somewhere. Yeah. Turkeys, not as dumb as thought.
We've learned a lot about animals the last couple shows.
Yeah, evidently. Thank you, Walker Smith. That is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by our friends here at the Casual Pint, where we broadcast from today in Lenoir City. It's a beautiful day. We've had a good turnout today, despite another error from Ford to Clark. Oh, Lord. And I'll have to see this again. I mean, it did not look like a great throw, but it also looked like Clark might have been able to pick it. No, it was a bad throw. It hopped.
It did hop, but I mean, it was at least looked like a pretty clean hop. But I just don't know how on target it was.
And we'll see how they score that one. But second error of the game on a throw from third to first. How long do you let that go on? That's his third error of the season, I believe. He can play first and he can play right field. One of the last times we had Tony on, he didn't mention Ford by name, but he was clearly talking about him. He was talking about guys that might go in the draft that you have to recruit back. And he said it's the difference between having the second coming of Jordan Beck. That's what he said. He called him Jordan Beck in right field. So there was a time when we first got Ford, Tony was penciling him into right field.
Well, they just they laid a bunt down on Ford,
and he got the throw.
Yeah, I was sitting there going, "Oh no, not again, not again!" But they got it. Kind of a bang play, but he got him.
And Coons is pitching well. I think he's, it's the top of the 5th. I think he's given up 4 really hard hit balls today.
Yeah,
which against the number 1 team in the nation with a lineup like this is you're going to give up. They're going to hit some. They're going to square up a few on you, right?
If you're going to go with,
you can't have any. You can't have errors.
No,
against a team like this, it's like playing Alabama in football or, playing Duke in basketball. It's like you can't give them anything easy. You got to play just about perfect.
Cole McCormick saying we have got to get someone else to play first. So, I mean, it sounds like, there's.
Yeah, neither is good.
No, exactly. The corners are kind of key. Just a random observation. I'm good at those. If you're going to go with the name Rock.
Spelled R-O-C-H?
Yeah, go with a K, man. Must be short for Rochester or I don't know.
Well, Chalowski, I mean, is this dude of Polish descent? Is that an Eastern European thing? Again, where's Bear when you need him?
He would know.
So we got the best player in the country hitting with 1 out and a runner on second.
Yeah. Although it's 2-2 right now. Let's see if Teagan can get him.
But at this point, I just want to see some fight out of our guys.
Oh, hey, there you go. Pass ball.
I just, particularly on the offensive side, I mean, it's obvious that, I was asking you how long we give this. I mean, Marin played a lot of third, and I thought was pretty good at it last year.
Yeah.
You've got Antigua, who's not playing today. And then you got Garrett Wright and Blake Grimmer coming back soon from injury. Those are two good bats. This is not going to do anything to quell the collective anxiety of fall baseball nation.
Here's a sac fly.
5-0 in the fifth.
I will say Rock is a pretty big boy for a shortstop. Yeah, they just showed him walking off.
Logan said yesterday he might be the best shortstop prospect in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Is that going back to what, Jeter?
I guess, yeah. Shortstops are built differently than they used to be, man. A lot of tall ones out there. This guy's just looks like he's jacked.
News out of Alabama this afternoon. The Alabama Supreme Court denies Charles Bediaco's emergency motion for an interim injunction to allow him to play while his appeal is pending.
What? Oh,
the Alabama Supreme Court denies his emergency motion for an interim injunction. Son, it might be time to go get a job.
I was going to say, sure is. Seems I'm sure there's some people in Alabama thinking that's a controversial ruling, and it's like, no, it's the opposite. It's what should happen.
Do you think they take this all the way to the Supreme Court?
I don't know. He's missing so much school when that happens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can do distance learning and all this other stuff, but I don't know.
We'll take a quick timeout. It is The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on board. We'll take some phone calls when we continue. 966-3435, your number to call or text the show this afternoon. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Check out Lenoir City's newest place to hang out, watch sports, and drink the best craft beers in America. The Casual Pint Lenoir City is now open on Highway 321. They've got over 30 beers on tap, with everything from lagers and pilsners to sours and IPAs, as well as stouts, porters, and brown ales. You can also create your own 6-pack from their singles cooler or pick up some packaged beer and a growler fill to go. And be sure to bring your appetite, because they have a great menu featuring appetizers, brats, burgers, flatbreads, and wings. It's the Casual Pint Lenoir City, now open on Highway 321 across from Gold's Gym in Lenoir City. Swing by and check them out, and don't forget to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Well, you're not getting the traffic. And did you have traffic coming out here?
A little bit, yeah. Once we got past the split, it was right before the split. It was pretty rough.
I-40, man.
Yeah.
Busy.
Get used to it. I think it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Everybody be careful out there. Hey, and just take your time. Well, two things. Slow down. Take your time. If you're late, you should have gotten up earlier. And number two, and most importantly, for God's sake, put your damn phone down, people.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm raising my hand right now.
Sure.
I'm guilty of all that stuff, but I think we learned with what happened last week with Wes Rucker. I mean, God got to pay attention, man. And I'm not saying he wasn't, but somebody wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say that's good advice.
Well, yeah, and I'm right there with you, man. And the thing last week is definitely I've been better this week about looking at the phone.
Same.
And it's man, just put it down. It ain't nothing happening on that phone that is worth dying or killing somebody over.
Well, and the other one that you mentioned, for me, it might even be less about the phone and more about cutting it close time-wise to things. It's just allow yourself a little more time.
Or be late.
Yeah, or be late.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, so David Gabriel George is right. Baylor?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. You think there's... All right, so Baylor School in Chattanooga, very prestigious prep school down there. We've gotten a couple of players out of there through the years. David Gabriel George, who's the number one running back prospect in the country this upcoming season. Tennessee and Ohio State, the two schools battling for his services. Outstanding running back. Probably the best running back we've recruited since Hurd and Kamara.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's it. Or Brown.
Yeah, I don't know that we haven't recruited many five-star running backs, but David Gabriel George is one. Baylor today announcing that they have become an Adidas school. Is this a prelude to, this is what we were told during the switch, hey, Adidas is going to help us with NIL. Go ahead and sign David Gabriel George up and push him to stay in state instead of going up north to play for a Big Ten Nike school?
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. It's just so funny. I think about how the landscape of collegiate sports have changed, that we're
imagine having that conversation 20 years ago.
It's a big news story that a high school is a certain aligned with a certain brand.
Yeah. It could be, this specific instance could be good for us. This is not healthy for high school sports.
No.
It is, we have to live in the world we're in, though, I guess.
So the live chat, and I don't blame them, they just won't let it rest about the lack of the fact that we're just basically, as Big Dog in West Tennessee says, the silhouette segment has lasted the entire show. It is sophisticated, is what he said about it. So
we're going for an artsy kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Here.
We haven't done our beat poetry yet, but it's coming before the show ends. Exactly.
You dig?
Exactly. And then Commissioner Bockwinkel weighs in and says they look like two neighborhood watch signs. Both are nefarious and up to no good.
Well, if you put on a little Pink Floyd in the background, it really adds to the tone and the mood that we're going for today. Live at the Casual Pint, Lenoir City. Let's get a call from Phil as Josh Elander and the boys taking it on the chin right now. It's 5-0 in the fifth inning, and we can't hit. We can't field. We've only given up 4 hits, but the 2 errors have not helped any, and things not going well for Tennessee baseball right now down in Dallas. What's up, Phil?
Hey, great, David.
Hey, Philly. How's it going, man?
How you and Bob doing?
Hey, man, we're doing all right, getting ready for a big sports weekend.
Yeah. This running back out of Chattanooga Baylor, I've seen him once, and I'm thinking about great running backs come out of the state of Tennessee. I'd say he's probably the best one since Reggie Cobb out of the state.
Wow.
So you've seen him live, Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not. Looks like a beast. So
I saw him play in the state championship game. They played Brentwood Academy, I think, and it was. I mean, like, yeah, he was a man amongst boys. Did what he wanted to do.
And there's also a running back in Memphis is real good. So Tennessee needs to get both of them, at least one of them anyway. Because this offense hasn't seen a really, really great running back yet.
No, I mean, that's we've been talking about it for 5 years now, is running backs have always been productive. We always run for 2,000 yards as an offense. We've had a couple of 1,000-yard rushers and put a couple of guys in the NFL. But, Dylan Sampson was SEC Offensive Player of the Year. He was not an elite recruit. I mean, I don't think he had an LSU offer coming out of New Orleans. And, I mean, imagine what it would look like if you had a truly elite recruit back there.
Yeah. Bob, I heard you on Tony Basilio earlier today trying to educate him a little bit about basketball. It's pretty cool.
Thanks, man. I think he was surprised. I don't know if you probably heard it when I said that, hey, I think Tennessee can win this game tomorrow, but nobody should think that just because we've won 5 in a row against Nate Oates that this one's in the bag. There's no way we can say that.
Oh, I'm very scared about this game tomorrow because they may start hitting these threes, even though we're going to force them not to shoot them, but they're going to throw them up there anyway. And the way I look at it is we've beat them 5 in a row. I can't remember Tennessee ever beating Alabama 5 in a row in basketball until now.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. And do you remember right out of the gates, Nate kind of felt like Nate had Barnes's number, right? I mean, because Nate won the first 2 out of 3, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I let me ask you this, because we all know we're all frustrated with Jalen Carey right now, and some would say we shouldn't even be playing him much, but man, we need something from him tomorrow, I think. Just because we do, if we execute, we've got an advantage on the inside. That's the difference with Alabama. They just don't play inside much. But do we just give up on Carey at this point? We out on him, or do we think he can still contribute?
Well, how else is Curry going to be able to guard Amari Allen tomorrow? I don't see that build as a good matchup. I think Acapara can guard Alabama's big guy. I think Tennessee may have to go 4 guards the whole game.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe Amari Evans going Amari Allen.
Yeah. We can't turn the ball over against them, though. I mean, that's just,
Yeah, I know.
Achilles heel all year and miss foul shots.
What do you think about? Do you think Philon plays? You just think this is some gamesmanship? I know he sat out their last game; they didn't need him, but man, that'd be a big advantage for us if he doesn't play.
Yeah, because he's a stud.
Yeah, he is.
And I was hoping Bianco would play, so didn't they lose 2 or 3 games when Bianco was down there playing?
Yeah, I think they were 2 and 3 with him down there.
Well,
it's just Go ahead, Phil.
Y'all talking about Titans earlier. Any way they get Joey Turnover to get on the roster? See you.
I just wish that Biacco could play, because if you had Acapara and Biacco going against each other, Bob, I mean, that's two big-time SEC big men. When Acapara and Biacco collide, it's like two rams just mashing heads together.
Yeah, they're.
Who do you think has the upper hand? Like if Biacco and Acapara are playing a one-on-one game.
Let's just go with first names. I'd call him Felix. Gets the edge over Chuck.
What do you think, Walker? Who you're drafting your team? You taking Acapara or Biacco, number one?
Oh, I'm a really big fan of Biacco is his name. Badacco, potentially. I mean, he's got some pro experience.
Well, that's true. It depends on the day, because some days he's Diaco.
It could be Diaco.
Was that Bob Diaco, an offensive line coach, I believe, or maybe a defensive line coach at Michigan or Notre Dame or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, our 5-game winning streak in this series is our third best ever. Tennessee won 9 in a row against Bama from 1968 to 1972, and 8 in a row from 1936 to 1938. Those years leading up to World War II were a golden era for Tennessee basketball.
I wonder who was coaching back then.
We were burning up the peach baskets then, my friend.
That's right. That's right. Now, see, Walker, I'm seeing now Tennessee is a 5.5-point favorite.
The line might have moved since the last time we looked. I know it opened up at 4.5.
I hate it at 5.5. I'll tell you that. I just think they're.
Go ahead and bet Bama.
Yeah, no, I don't like doing that.
What app are you looking at?
The score.
It'll soften the blow.
So this is on their off. That's you drafting off their betting service.
I'll bet the Alabama money line tomorrow.
Honestly, it's not that great. It's plus 200. I'm sorry, it's not bad.
I'll bet it.
You'll get plus.
I'll
money.
buy the win.
I see 4.5 mainly, but it's that kind of that line where if this game was played on a neutral floor, Vegas would still favor Tennessee by about a point or two. So it feels kind of right because, I mean, home court tomorrow should be at least a 2 or 3 point advantage if you're talking just from spreads perspective, let alone what that building is actually going to look like tomorrow.
No, I agree. And score bet is not FanDuel. It's not DraftKings. They might be trying to use that as a teaser to draw some business in too. Yeah, it's I guess, that's the thing. We're sitting here talking about how concerned we may be with this game. It's clear that Vegas believes that they're kind of siding with the fact that Tennessee so far has had Alabama's number the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like we can't overstate how huge home court is in this game because obviously we've already played them once. Alabama's kind of gotten hot recently shooting. Like they've shot a lot more and they've made a lot more. I think their team total overs have hit a bunch recently. So like they're going to come in here shooting hot, and it's extremely advantageous at this point in the season. This game is in our building.
Yeah.
David on Twitter says, in honor of Felix, the national anthem will be sung a cappella tomorrow. Will Jacoby sing it a cappella?
Jacoby's going to sing it.
Yeah, maybe at the end of the game because that one it's a little more emotional when you do it at the end of the game.
And to be honest, now that we've thrown it out there, it probably takes away from some of the, it's more. He's more of an impromptu guy.
You can't force him to do it.
No,
Jacoby was walking out of the hump, and he just felt moved by the occasion. We have a home run.
Yep.
Who hit it?
Can't tell.
It's number 26. Is that Newstrom?
Cannot tell.
Let me wait.
Hey, who hit that?
It is Chris Newstrom.
Newey.
It is Chris Newstrom.
He's 2 for 2.
Yep. I'm keeping up on Rocky Top Insider's article.
Oh, Jack Foster.
Yeah, Jack Foster's doing a really good job.
He's the man. I'm telling you, and we get the traffic we get. There's a lot of people who follow that because they, like in this case, they don't want to spend the money, or they're out and about and can't really pay attention to the game. We need to have Jack on sometimes during baseball season. He's a good one, man. He knows ball.
Mm-hmm. And you guys sent him down there, didn't you?
Yeah, he's down there.
He's boots on the ground in Arlington.
Yes, he is.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, he's doing a really good job with this. I mean, he had on that home run earlier. That's where I got the distance from. That thing was 435, and he's keeping up.
Let's grab a call from Anthony. Good afternoon, Anthony. You're on the drive.
Hey, guys. I'm just sitting here watching this baseball game, and it just kind of makes me sad thinking about what we've lost. But it does cheer me up a little bit hearing Phil say Acapara and Bianco. It brought a smile to my face.
Hey.
The bomb, so that was good. Maybe
you might as well. Yeah, you got to enjoy yourself. We ain't getting shut out today. We got top of the order up here with nobody out, and let's put some runs on the board. Let's put a crooked number on the board and see what happens. How about that, Anthony?
Pass the bat. Just pass the bat.
Hey, we got 3 hits now, so that's good. That's something. Hey, we got a walk too. Hey, there's not much you can do about the offense. You just got to hope the bats come to life. But the defense we're putting out there on the field is kind of pitiful right now, I think. Just in a couple spots. I think this Henry Ford experiment at third base I think we're going to have to move him over to first.
But you got some
the original position, right?
Yeah. Are
Maybe
we
move him
sold?
over to
How
first
sold are
and
we
move
on
Levi
Reese
Clark
Chapman
to
in
catcher.
right field?
I mean,
He played right as well.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Isn't Henry Ford, like, most of his games came in the outfield, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
Like he played infield, and he was supposed to come in here as a guy you could move around. But I mean, if you're going by this game alone, clearly he's more comfortable playing in the grass.
I think part of the
His freshman
recruiting
year,
pitch,
he was the first baseman.
was, hey, we're going to allow you to showcase your talents at other positions to enhance your draft stock. And that's fine. But we got to win games too. Elander is paid by the University of Tennessee, and he's got to put the lineup out there that gives us the best chance to win.
Yeah, when he had his best season, which was actually his freshman season, he played mostly first base. But, Stone Lawless, he's also not doing very good at catcher. It just seems like it would be a solution maybe to move Henry Ford over to first, Levi Clark to catcher until we get Garrett Wright back. And I don't know, maybe slide Manny Marin over to third and play Antigua at short. It's not like we don't already have enough holes in our lineup anyways. What's one more? At least that might shore up our defense.
Yeah.
I just hate watching us kick the ball around,
Yeah, I'm not against
Here we
it.
go. Okay. Hey, I'm bringing us good luck with this phone call.
You're also like 5 seconds ahead of us, so let's see what happens. Here's
My bad.
the pitch, a little chopper out to second. All right, we got runners first and second now with nobody out. Big moment for Levi Clark coming up here. We need him to start hitting.
Yeah. How are y'all are feeling? So it sounds like y'all are a little nervous, a little trepidatious about the game Saturday night. Should be the loudest environment we've had all year.
I think it's going to be wild in there, and I just think it's going to be a close game. It just like last year in Knoxville, and we know how that ended. But if you recall, Alabama had like a 9-point lead with about 10 minutes to go in the game. I just think it's going to be one of those again with a lot of back and forth. I think we can win it, Anthony, but I just man, I'd be so pleased if we got out there and ran away with it. But Alabama's so hot right now. I think it's going to be a tough one.
Bob, we don't run away with games.
Yeah,
that's not
fair.
what we do.
Yeah.
We didn't even do that whenever early in the season when we were playing the cupcakes.
Yeah.
Really, we were, that's just not what we do. The only thing that worries me is Alabama's going to have two of their best scorers back that they didn't have the first time around.
Yeah, we were talking about that. The one thing I'm trying to do some research on is LeBaron Philon is, I think, questionable for tomorrow night, and I don't know if we should hope for that or plan on it, but that would help, because you're right, they got Holloway and Allen back who didn't play in Tuscaloosa, and those guys are both really, really good.
Last thing, I don't know if y'all seen the numbers Jordan Moore has been putting out on Twitter, but or X, whatever. But our offensive efficiency pretty much at every spot on the court is just way down with Carey out there. At some point, I know he's getting rebounds, but how much are we really sacrificing? And and defenses don't even have to guard him. I think it's killing Ament's game too, because they're just clogging that paint up, and he can't get to the rim. What do you think about that, Bob?
It's good. I get it. It feels like, boy, I really saw it on that last possession, or not last possession, but we were down 2 against Missouri with about a minute to go, and we couldn't do anything because it was clogged up in the middle. And I think that is kind of that underscores what we're seeing a lot of. And look, if Carey can just get a few buckets, then I'm fine with him being out there, but we cannot have him have a 0 in scoring. That's a killer. I know he's getting a lot of rebounds, but man, and Barnes seems to be willing to ride with him, but something's going to have to give, because I think we're all seeing what Jordan's posting out there. It's legit.
Yeah, there's really no excuse to have him on the court, in the crunch time last 2 minutes of the game. Because even if he gets the ball and gets fouled, we're not going to score.
Well, that, and Phil said it, and I agree with him. I actually think Carey has not been too bad defensively. I wouldn't say great, but not too bad. But if he matches up tomorrow night against Amari Allen, that's bad news, man. That's a mismatch for us, and we don't need that.
All right, guys. Thanks for talking to me. I'll see y'all later.
Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it. I'm sure we'll hear from him on Voluntary Reaction tomorrow night. Anthony's a regular on our post-game show, which will be live as soon as Tennessee and Bama go final.
By the way, LeBaron Philon, they're still saying he was a limited participant in practice today. He wants to play, but the medical staff will have the final say, but they may clear him. But this is coming from an Alabama beat reporter. No guarantees.
All right.
It might be a game-time decision, I would say.
Quick timeout. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board, 966-3435. Back to wrap things up from the Casual Pint, Lenoir City. Right after this.
The Drive.
The Voluntary Reaction. Tune in to the Fan Run app and our YouTube channel immediately after every Big UT game for instant analysis and crazy calls.
Citizens National Bank. Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from Citizens National Bank, offering extra benefits including bank travel. This September, experience the perfect fall getaway on the New England Rails and Sails Tour, or join CNB in October to chase the Northern Lights in Iceland. Get in on the fun by calling 865-429-7935.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
All right, back here on The Drive, it's Fan Run Radio, wrapping up Friday afternoon. Good week of shows here. Appreciate everybody for helping out and making it happen.
Yes,
however
sir.
you do it on The Drive.
I try to put it in every night real quick. I appreciate everybody interacting, not just listening and watching, but interacting with us. Love it.
So Reese Chapman turns an 0-2 count into a walk, and the bases are loaded for Blaine Brown right now, who can tie this game with one swing of the bat.
That'd be nice.
Still only one out. We just need a hard hit ball. He chases badly and then watches. Oh, that was strike two, actually. So he strikes out looking. This umpire, college umpires, man. Reese got lucky. Reese got lucky because they called strike three a ball, and they just called a ball a strike on Blaine Brown. The ball was 3 inches outside. They show the pitch tracker of it. Ridiculous. You still want human error to be a part of the game, Walker?
Yeah.
Because it just cost us, buddy.
Yeah, and now we get to yell at the umpire for how bad he is at his job, and we can go tell him to go to school or get a different job, and it's the part about sport.
Okay, so this is why you go right, left, right. We have three lefties in the heart of our lineup. Big inning happening. UCLA goes to their pen and brings in a left-hander, and now we've got Reese got a walk as a lefty on lefty matchup. Blaine Brown strikes out, and now we've got Tyler Myatt, who I hope is about to do something special, but he was at Walters State this time last year. This is a big moment to be putting him in, right?
Oh.
Hard hit ball up the middle's going to get through, and it'll score two.
All right.
So Tyler Myatt does do something special, and look at the big orange. Down 5-3 now in the sixth inning with 2 out and 2 on.
Got a lot of ball left too, right? Got 3 more innings.
Like I said, brilliant coaching decision by Josh Elander to stack lefties in the middle of the lineup.
Yes.
Never questioned it for a single second. That's why I'm sitting here next to you. I'm an idiot trying to pretend like I know anything about baseball.
Well,
I don't know what. I'm sure Elander definitely knows more about his guys. Obviously, going 3 lefties in a row is never something you like to see. But who knows? Maybe I don't know who's batting in the middle of all those lefties. Is it Blaine Brown, who is like kind of that middle?
Yeah, well, he's doing it because of the right-handed starter, but he doesn't make any moves. And now we've got Stone Lawless up with runners on first and second and 2 out.
We need a big hit from Stone.
He could give us the lead here.
Need a big hit from Stone.
Boys, shaping up to be a great weekend. Looks like the weather's going to cooperate.
It's another
As
one.
Stone Lawless laces a single to left field, that'll score another run. A one-run game in Dallas. It's 5-4.
How you feeling now, Russ?
Much better. Well, we put up our crooked number here, man.
You know what I love? I love on the live chat, there's a lot of talk about baseball, but then some people are slipping in, hey, it's going to be Badako tomorrow. Just out of the blue, we see Badako again.
Yeah.
Diaco, Badako.
Badako versus Acapara is definitely the key matchup that we are being deprived of tomorrow night.
Yes.
How did that runner at second not make it to third?
I don't know.
Maybe another question.
Okay. While we're waiting for whatever they're doing on the mound here, maybe a pitching change. I just noticed on another close-up, we've talked about UCLA's uniform game. It just got better. The piping, did you notice the piping's not just blue, it's blue and
blue
gold.
and gold,
It's fantastic.
They've got a good color combination going on here. And they'll go to the bullpen again as Tennessee breaks through in a big way here in the bottom of the sixth to make it a one-run game. And the dream lives on. It shall never die, Bob Baskerville.
Nope.
It shall never die.
Nope. This has been a good development here. This game matters now.
Will you try some of the chocolate Jesus with me after this?
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
All right. I mean, look at this table over when T-Carp is the sane one at the table.
I know.
You know you've got just a true meeting of the minds. The buffoonery that's happening at this table right in front of us. I mean, my God.
It's the Fall Fan Knights of the Round Table. It sounds like.
That's a good one.
King Arthur is holding court here at the Casual Pint, Lenore City. Come check them out, folks. Be sure to tell your bartender you heard us talking about it on Fan Run Radio. Really classy place here that they've got over 30 beers on tap. And it's not just the kind of snooty craft beer types, which I can try every now and then. That's fun. But, they've got Labatt's Blue on tap. They've got the Yeehaw Vol Lager. They've got garage beer.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That could be calling my name.
So,
because I'm basic too.
They've got something for everybody here. The pretzel and beer cheese is fantastic. Bob and I annihilated that.
Yes.
Great burgers, flatbreads. I call them pizzas. They call them flatbreads. I'm not supposed to say pizza, but it's pizza. Sorry.
Tomato.
Yeah.
And apologies to everybody who cared so much. We will do better the next time in terms of our camera shot. We really were here. It wasn't just like stand-ins and we were talking somewhere else.
I've already sent off a communique to the Council of Elders, and we're going to have a full lighting setup next time, which I'm sure our sponsors are really going to appreciate when I walk in here with a bunch of lights.
Yeah. Heat the place up. That'd be awesome.
Thank you, Walker. Yeoman's work by you. Thanks to all our colleagues at Fan Run Radio. It's been a great week, and we're looking forward to hopefully a victorious edition of the Voluntary Reaction tomorrow after the ball game. Hey, I'm hoping to drink from the keg of glory tonight. Come on, Josh Elander. Let's finish strong here, baby. We're out of here. Have a great weekend. We'll do it again Monday here on The Drive.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.